Why is the view count 0? Biba. There we go. Lower down the volume, jeez. I'm about to talk. Anyway, what's up? Welcome to another installment of appabend. Whoa! Oh yeah. That's correct. That volume is correct. Anyway, what's up? Welcome to another installment of appabend's meme stream, ladies and gentlemen. It is the time for the memes. It is the time for the streams. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing very well. What you guys have been up to? What you guys have been listening to? What you guys have been playing? What you guys have been doing? What you guys have been fapping to? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. We're gonna spend the first 1 hour and 11 minutes of the stream. I was actually a little late. Actually, speaking of late, my bad. I forgot to announce to everybody on Twitter that the stream is indeed live. There you go. Boom. Retweet. Live. Okay. So, anyway, where was I? Yeah, I was talking about, actually, I wasn't talking about it. I was talking about being late. What have I been playing? What have I been up to as of recent times? Mostly, I've been just playing some good old Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Investigation, which I thought was really, really good. I've beaten the first one. I've finished the first one. First one is really good. The ending drags a little bit, but I really do like the spin-off. I think Miles is a really engaging, really interesting protagonist. I'm still playing the second one. Haven't beaten it. Unfortunately, the second one didn't get a fan translation. Only get a fan translation, didn't get an official translation. So you're gonna have to scour a little bit on the internet to actually find the English version. Okay, what else? Reading some Conan, but Conan as in Case Closed, Detective Conan, not Conan the Barbarian. Let's see. I actually don't know. I haven't been as for games. I don't know. I haven't been playing games lately. I've been too busy focusing on the revision, which I haven't finished because there's so much of it. Getting to focus on that a lot more. But yeah. Aside from that, not much. Just chilling. Couple of hooplas. How are you guys doing? Let's get to the chat right here. Gonna spend the first 1 hour and 10 minutes to do chatting and streaming and everything like that. As usual. Streamlabs, link down below. Get to the Streamlabs, ladies and gentlemen, links down below. That's where you can donate to me because YouTube doesn't let me to have Super Chat because I am not in the approved countries. So anyway, has appabend gone full stream? Find out in 27 hours. Apparently, YouTube fucked up the schedule. I actually made the stream to be at right now, but for some reason YouTube said, "Oh no, you actually want to make the stream tomorrow." Oh fuck you, YouTube! God damn it! You had one job. Can't think anything. Appabend can't think anything he wants about VTubers, but they are, from my observation, more real and honest to their viewers than these e-thoughts trying to attack them on the pettiest of things. Well, I can't exactly argue with that. Is Appa back on Friday? Nope. Australia arresting a lolicon, his lawyer backstabbing that guy, and the prosecution fabricating more defamation, and they admitted there's no evidence, is a nice reminder for me to never visit Australia. Oh, that one. Yeah, about that. So apparently there was this guy very recently who got caught by the Australian government. I'm not asking you to repeat the song. Stop. Apparently there was a guy who was caught with a bunch of lolicon and Shotokan materials. That's why he got arrested. And the lawyer backstabbed him. The juries backstabbed him and all of this. Yeah, about that. I decided to Google his YouTube account, right? I tried to find his YouTube account. What I found is another article that is also talking about him. In that article, it is also said that there's this a segment of the article where it explicitly says, sadly, it was not just animated stuff that was found on his turf. It's also the real stuff. It's not just the lolicon and the Shotokan. It's also the real child porn. In which case, my sympathy to that guy, which I'm gonna talk about that in a bit, but my sympathy with that guy from why the fuck do you live stream yourself fucking a doll, which he fucking did on his YouTube for quote unquote shock value. Why the fuck would you want to live stream yourself fucking a doll on YouTube? From jeez, what the fuck are you doing? To okay, no, nah. Well, congratulations, I suppose, to all the lolicons and the Shotokons, the anti-lolicons and Shotokons out there. You have successfully found a guy who actually have real child porn and also really love the animes and the lolicons and the Shotokons and all of that. There's another example. I actually have several examples for that. But the thing is, they don't really cite this sort of stuff, and it's not because of the Shotokan and the lolicon. In fact, the Shotokan and the lolicon is more of an outlet for them. That's like saying, well, video games, these school shooters, they play a lot of video games, and therefore video games should be banned because these video games make them to shoot stuff, which it's actually not. After we get to that discussion in a bit, we're just gonna chat here for a bit. Let's see. Looks like Appa fixed the time. Yeah, it's freaking YouTube. YouTube does that. YouTube screws up the time. There's this time where there's this one time where I set up a live stream, right? I did set up the live stream to 6 a.m. in my time, at least 6 a.m. Friday, 6 a.m. But YouTube decided, no, you didn't set up your live stream at 6 a.m. You set up the live stream 2 hours after you set up the live stream. I'm like, no, I didn't fucking do that. So I went on to, it's a fucking bug. It's, thankfully they fixed that, but it's still buggy as fuck. Hey guys, Kaito singing when Appa makes his Q&A. I'll catch up later. It's just better of time until Australia bans VTubers. On a happier note, I managed to get a sketch from Fate Go Gacha, which makes me happy as she was my first legit Fate waifu. Well, people have been attacking VTubers. We'll get to that. There's also been quite a discussion about Loli or Shota being CP. We've been on this discussion for on and on and on. But the thing is, the discussions, it's either the Zoomers who got triggered by these sorts of images and have never exposed themselves to any of these images when these images have existed a long time before the internet, or it was the freaking Boomers. It's either the Zoomers or the freaking Boomers. Either of those two. Why are these two always causing the most hooplas? It's the Boomers who don't understand anime. It's the Zoomers who only just got into anime because it's the popular thing that the kids really love these days. Not kids. It's the popular thing that a lot of people really love these days, and they got surprised they got confronted by hentais. It's both the Boomers and the Zoomers, the cringe Boomers and the cringe Zoomers. Anyway, let's see. Lots of replies. Lots of replies. Aside from people who make dark jokes, people who defend Loli gets put in a firing squad. Let's see. So many people saying or C or Cool Batman shirt. This is an old Batman shirt. I've had this for a while now. Which I find out, despite me gaining a lot of weight recently, I've been trying to lose weight, but the thing about me and weight is the fact that I am me and losing weight is very easy. It's very easy for me to lose weight. All I need to do is to not eat certain food in a certain amount of quantity and just not eat in general, which case, well, I've been doing that since I was a kid. I don't need a lot of food. There are only specific food that I like to eat, so this is pretty much nothing. If you tell me to not eat food, it's like, hey, I ain't exactly Nick Avocado and just eat the living shit out of everything to the point where he's so baffled on the fact that he's fat. Why am I fat? I make mukbang videos where I eat a bunch of trash food, but I am fat. I am so baffled. But thankfully for me, in terms of losing weight, I am able to do that. You might be able to see me in maybe a couple of months, maybe get a lot thinner, because I actually lost 2 pounds in the last week. So, well, there's that. Sup fam, here I am revisiting Java and eating vegan tacos. How are y'all? I'm pretty much doing very fine. I'm doing very fine. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. Ooh, shoot. I forgot about bringing up the donations window from Streamlabs. There you go. Get over there. All right. Where's that? Cool Batman shirt. Watched and finished episode 2739 of JoJo Part 4 and I liked it a lot. It made me cry at the end because it was over. Part 4 is now my favorite alongside Part 2. Very detailed live 2D model there. Very detailed indeed. Thanks Twitter for remembering me again. Practicing my drawing skills. Hello, Appa in chat. Won't stay here long. Kiryu Coco singing. I have to miss most of the Q&A this time. See y'all in an hour or so. But why though? Why are y'all watching VTubers? Make you watch me. Anyway, Streamlabs links down below. Catching on anime, playing games, trying again, work on composing. What if? Well, freaking what? Why do I put? Why do I put the? I should put this somewhere else so that I don't get duped. I'll try again to work on composing. What if given a choice in monster would you choose? If given a choice, which monster boy would you choose? Which monster girl would your lowly version be? I have no freaking idea. I'm not really interested in monsters and lowlies and monsters girls and everything like that. You have watched Decadence? The finale was dope. I haven't seen it. I'm spamming social media with my Soul Calibur 6 YouTube videos due to me starting live stream. I'll drum up attention or drive everyone away. Would you rather had that game would you rather had that game named Miles Edgeworth Perfect Prosecutor? Because I do. Do they actually planning to make that game? If they do, man, they should make that game. But unfortunately, no one's buying Nintendo DS games these days, not they? I've been thinking of watching JoJo Part 2 in black and white. Good or bad idea? I mean, suit yourself. I mean, it could be a better experience, could be a not so bad experience, a not so good experience. I don't know. Still learning Japanese, been getting good at reading. Also finished the PC98 version of Evo, which was a really nice experience. I've been finishing and playing The Friends of Ringo Ishikawa. It's a 2.5D beat 'em up live sim. Not much of a game with tutorials. Ending was deep. Ooh, all right. I watch a bit of Gura's streams and I'm honestly impressed he can stay in character so well. Yeah, that's a lot of the HoloLive VTubers. That's why they have auditions. They actually have auditions for HoloLive VTubers in Indonesia as well. And I'm definitely not entering that shit. No fam. No thanks. I'm not a good actor. I'm not a good actor and I'm not a good liar. So people in Tinfoil Hats are theorizing that Microsoft might be buying Sega. No, they won't. And they freaking won't. Howdy friend, Rocket League is free to play now and I'm still trying to play in DirectX 11. By the way, if I download DirectX 11, will that fuck up my computer because of the graphics card? Why would DirectX 11 fuck up your graphics card? Unless maybe if your graphics card is like really, really freaking old, but I don't think so. You're also not a cute anime girl to have a lot of super chats by saying cute noises. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be who I am. I don't want to play a specific character, and I cannot play a specific. I'm not a good actor. I'm not a very good actor. I'm good YouTuber writer. I'm just gonna be me throughout this entire stream. Be at least 90 to 95% me. So finally, CD Projekt Red showed the PC requirements for Cyberpunk 2077. Let's just say I don't need to sell my kidneys to get RTX 3000 series to play it. Why would anybody want to buy the RTX 3000 series at this point? They are impressive, but come on, yeah. Come on. I mean, literally, the 1080 Ti is still a very good graphics card. You can buy the 1080 Ti right now. It's much better. Much better deal. VTubers saying the N-word in GTA 5 is how I learned about VTubers. Doomer Ben, did you play the Tony Hawk Pro Scat? That's incomplete. Been trying to write a story. Got some rough ideas. No idea how to write the beginning. That's the thing about if you want to write the story. If there's a concept, if there's a story. Here's how I try to write stories and everything like that back in my fan fiction days. Actually, even right now, as of now, I'm trying to write some original stories as well. Won't spoil what, but I try to dive into some writing. In order for you to do it, you just need to think of all of the concept in your head. Think of the cool moments. You note all of the cool moments, and then you try to connect them all. So essentially, you got generated or at least in how my mind works, is that I generate the puzzle piece, I generate a moment, and then once I generate the moment, I try to find a way to connect that moment into the moment of the beginning or the intro. I'll try to expand that in some way, kind of like the snowflake effect or something along those lines. But yeah. Thoughts on Brittany Venti? Not really a fan, let's just say. But we'll get to her in a bit. Australia is heaven for me. It is illegal to be a woman and be flat. Well, Australia has a big problem with child porn. Oof. Yep. Cheese pizza, not even was. Well, in that case, fuck this guy. I still don't support Australia and the judge. Also, I found out you created a channel on my birthday. I did not know that. I don't even know when I created my channel. Yo, Appa, how is it going? I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. Oh, now that makes sense. That makes the examples a whopping 2. Actually, there are a couple, and we'll get to that. The one I could think of. We'll get to that. We're both wearing Batman t-shirts. Cool. Also, I just got blocked by iHypocrite for telling him that lolis aren't real. I just shamed flat fetish. Baby shark do. Yet society's perfectly fine promoting cuties. I have no idea. Society is stupid. So like freaking auto scroll. Jesus, where was I? Fucking YouTube act like bossing say in terms of your schedule making. Of course they did. So live streams are back to Friday, or are you still doing them on Thursdays or Friday in Indonesia? I think it's pretty much obvious. I think you already answered the question. This stream already answers your question. So it took them years to find one guy who is pedo in Lolicon. Man, the sample size is so convincing. There's actually not just one guy. There are actually several guys. I did a couple of research and I found several. But I could count them in my hand out of 300,000, 500,000, millions of people who like Lolicons. There are like only 5 to 6 guys who actually commit real crime to real children. What's that sample size? Really, really freaking small. It's almost as if they have a personal bias and like to cherry pick stuff to confirm their narrative. We'll get to that. What game series did you consider overrated? Mine was Grand Theft Auto. I wouldn't say Grand Theft Auto is overrated, depending on the game at least, because I do have a lot of fond memories in Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas in particular, Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 in particular. I used to play a lot of GTA 1 and 2 back in the PS1 days, back when I had a PS1. Really loved those games. I love GTA 1, love GTA 2. As for what I consider series to be overrated, I can't really say. I wouldn't say that The Witcher is overrated. It's just not my thing. I tried The Witcher. It's just not. It just doesn't grab me as much as I wanted it to. So dumbass downloaded the real thing. Oh no, the dumbass didn't just download the real thing. He actually have a physical copy of the real thing. So yeah. YouTube is at that. My favorite tags: latex, bondage, double penetration, ara. It's always the boomers. Ho Chi Minh didn't die for this. If it isn't my favorite VTuber, I am not a VTuber. But come on, y'all. Appa fuckers late unsub, reporting for tardiness and unwoke opinions. Come on, y'all. Because they're the no fun police. Simple as that. I just need 2 things to be happy: big boobs and bare feet. Have you seen the RTX 3090 embargo video? Yes, I have seen the RTX 3090 embargo videos. It's literally like 9 p.m. when I was just doing a bunch of stuff at 9 p.m. and then just coming in, subs, notifications, RTX 3090s, great graphics card, everything like that. What are your opinion about it in terms of performance versus the 3080? It's definitely better than the 3080 in a lot of stuff. But I wouldn't get it. Anyway, in terms of gaming, just been getting through some smaller titles like Braid, Metagal, and Blaster Master. I haven't tried Braid in a while. I want to play that game again. He was arrested for 2D stuff, so still sounds like a problem. No, the reason why he got busted is because they found actual child stuff in there. And the police are like, suspect. So my favorite tag gotta be Shota, especially the ones with a female teacher. Have a lot of hot teachers with good plot. Tokyo Red Hood is the one with Little Red Riding Hood, who is an assassin who wants to be eaten by a big bad wolf, right? I have no idea. You see the gameplay for Nier Automata Remastered. Also, what do you think of Scarlet Nexus? Nier Automata Remastered? You mean Nier Replicant? I know of Nier Replicant being a gameplay being shown in the TGS last time, but Nier Automata Remastered? I missed that. Also, what do you think of Scarlet Nexus? I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of stuff on Scarlet Nexus, but it's made of platinum, so I have hopes for it. Metal Gear Solid's getting a ground-up PS5 exclusive remake. I'm pressing X on that. No Loli Appa for me this time since people are getting really tired of it. Really? Are people really tired of Loli Appa? That's the first time I've heard of it. Also, it is hinted that Bravely Default 2 might release soon. Should every country have the right to bear arms, Appa? Absolutely, yes. Should every country have... Not only that they should have the right to bear arms, they should also have the rights for the First Amendment in general. I'm drawing an old school shonen Appa you will see soon. Ooh, I can't wait. Decadence is just gone. Also ridiculous to think that Gar is somehow going to create predators or something. I mean, Himamori Luna has been around for like a year. Kizuna AI has been around for like years now. She looks more childlike than a lot of VTubers, and there are freaking lots of porn of her. So, what many hours per trilogy of the Hero Saga has dedicated to since I'm interested to, but I don't know if it's the same amount of the Elder Scrolls Fallout Mass Effect playthrough time per trilogy of the Hero Saga. Trilogy of the Heroes? What trilogy of the Heroes? What? The Legend of Heroes? The Legend of Heroes is not a trilogy. The Legend of Heroes is not a trilogy. The Legend of Heroes Trails series is like, there are several trilogies. So, GTA or Saints Row, which is better? Saints Row, without a shadow of a doubt. Saints Row is a lot better. What do you think of Japanese and Korean horror films? I think they're pretty good. But I haven't seen a lot of them. But in terms of like a scare factor, from what I've seen, the opinions of people on people who watch horror films and everything like that, they mostly prefer horror films from Japanese and Koreans instead of the Americans. So, anyway. In terms of anything else, just be looking at the HoloLive English VTubers. How do you watch it in black and white? You can go to VLC and there are like filters on there. You can put the saturation all the way down. There you go, black and white. I noticed that I'm way more comfortable with my drawing skills since I stopped caring about perfect lines and avoided too much shadows or highlights. I only watch Watame or Coco in Japanese. In English, it's just Kiara. Have you read Tsukuhime visual novel? I have read the visual novel. I haven't finished it. I just kind of lost interest. But from what I've read, my first impression, it's basically Fate Twilight Edition. Appabend is a favorite as Indonesian hololifer. My favorite holo waifu. Nah, fam. Been playing Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker lately. It's not bad, but I think it's my least favorite of all the franchise. Your least favorite? Maybe you need to play Metal Gear Survive. But Guar isn't a lowly. She's a 9,000 plus year old shark with a hydrodynamic body. Yeah. My week has been shit, so I played Spec Ops The Line to cheer me up. You play Spec Ops The Line to cheer up your shit week, Nibba. Damn. How? Damn, Nibba. That's ridiculous, fam. But I'm a very logic individual. Then I did LB2 and Fate Go so I can feel the depression sinking in. Of course you can't join HoloLive. You have a dick. What are your thoughts about the House of Fata Morgana? I'm planning to buy it when we receive our pay. The House of Fata Morgana is fine. It's not really that much of a notable visual novel. It's very artistic gothic visual novel, but overall it's fine. It's not something that I'd recommend to people left and right, but if you're into that sort of gothic horror story stuff, it's not a bad pick. You don't need to download Modern DirectX. It comes natively with Windows. Will you plan on the Ready Player One sequel? Nah, fam, I'm good. I'm still sick and trying to get better. Oof, jeez, get better. Speaking of getting sick, I actually just got received from my brother that his friend got COVID, or at least suspected he got COVID because he was on a fever for a couple of days, and then after the fever is done, he pretty much lost his sense of smell. Not only that, but his entire family also got COVID because they, stupidly enough, decided to go on a trip to visit a friend somewhere out there or something along those lines. I mean, Jesus, what are y'all doing? Seriously, stay inside. Jeez. Dumbass. Guard just surpassed Watame in HoloLive. Insane numbers. Yep. Do you have issues while sleeping or lack of sleeping, and how do you resolve those problems? I do not have issues with sleeping or lack of sleeping. I sleep when I need to sleep. That's pretty much it. Damn, Appa, that's how I would write, even though I never wrote anything. That's the way Ruby was written originally. It was just Monty Ohm's cool action scenes, then writers had to connect them to each other. Well, it results in a very popular web series, depending on your, regardless of your opinion on Ruby, it is definitely popular, or at least at one point. So, do you think Japanese devs will scatter to other platforms after seeing Nisa skip a worldwide PS4 release for Disgaea 6? Yeah, I think they will. Good for them. Society be kind of stupid. I have such shitty internet, I can make a potato look like a supercomputer. I found out about VTubers through people getting salty about VTubers. Of course, Autoscroll is here who invited him. I have this idea of a fanfic where Leonidas become gym pal with Penf despite her hating on Greek males. Come on, we all played GTA San Andreas in NPS2. Vice City is best GTA fight me. I'm addicted to that clip of Hachima saying poggers, best VTuber moment. For me, Watame saying wata sandia in Spanish. I am trans-Australian. I was born in a country that has high number of actual pedophiles, yet I don't like lolies. I did like lolies even. Yeah, you see, that's the thing. A lot of these anti-lolicons will cite, oh, here is a lolicon, here is a person who is busted with lolicon and shotacon stuff and are actually into the real stuff and actually eventually progress to the real stuff. Okay, let me show you pedophiles that never even touch a freaking mobile phone, are so much of a fucking boomer that they don't even know how to connect fucking Wi-Fi, and yet they're still raping kids and are actually even worse than raping kids. They're actually going out there, hide your kids, hide your wife, they're gonna rape all of them and everything like that. Yeah, I too can do confirmation bias, which is basically a lot of the arguments from these loli content, but we'll get to that. I remember playing San Andreas and mostly as a kid and playing the story because my brother wanted new shit, but he didn't do the main story stuff. Hello, appabend in chat. Oh my god, this app automatically farms Fate Go for you feels like using black magic. I'm pressing X on that one. The Witcher is overrated. Talking simulator, you cannot change my mind. Well, I haven't played it that much. It just doesn't really grab me, so... Till Deer 3090 costs 2 times more than 3080, but is only 20% faster. Not worth it. Depends on which game or which benchmark, but okay. I've also been playing Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord with the help of Nvidia's GeForce Now. All I have to say is, I don't want to go to war anymore. I just want to be happy. 1080p gaming is enough for me. Yep. GTA San Andreas is the best meme GTA game. Changed my mind. Pokemon Center plans to give me a new, better condition Lisa figure because the old one I got was defective. Looking forward to this new figure. Cool. They just stack on the Shoda Loli stuff probably. And I don't know if it was a part of the event, but Amazon just unveiled a cloud gaming service. Immediately uninterested. Yeah, child porn should be the reason he's sent to jail. Yes, I mean replicant. I mix it up, sorry. Yep. Near brother, but no near father. I started playing the dwarves. I never knew I would find a semi-RTS that I would enjoy for both the gameplay and the story. Buying a PS5. Why would anybody buy a PS5? Why would anyone want to buy a next generation console? I do not get it. I've already talked about this in my last video. Why would anybody want to pre-order a lot of these expensive hardware? Do not pre-order the 3080. Do not pre-order the 3090. Do not order this stuff. Do not pre-order the PS5. Do not order the Xbox Series X. They're all way too expensive. You have much better value just waiting. The price might go down at some point, but the scalpers are gonna scalp, of course. But anyway, I started to play the Dwarves. I never knew I would find a semi-RTS I would enjoy for both gameplay and story. I don't have an overrated series, but just a game that I find overrated. Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door. Jeez, you find Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door overrated. Man, that's gonna rile up a bunch of people, but not me. I haven't played that game, but is Hibiki good? I've recently started binging Kamen Rider. Well, I don't know. I haven't played Kamen Rider. I haven't binged Kamen Rider. I've watched Kamen Rider a lot. So, been archiving 3D art for a few favorite artists, hoping to finish up soon and then save up for a few things. Been replaying FTL Advanced Edition again. Shit's fun. Yeah, FTL is pretty fun. Love it. Why is plastic surgery so popular in South Korea? Because people want to look good. It's popular in a lot of places. It's not just in South Korea, I suppose. Saints Row, you can play a big titty golf waifu with her tits flapping out and also sound cockney, like a male cockney at the same time. Why would you want to watch it in black and white? I have no idea. Go ask somebody who asked that. In a way, your avatar makes you a VTuber. My avatar is just an avatar. I wouldn't say I'm really a VTuber. Has any VTuber actually do a face reveal? I couldn't really recall any, but I haven't been up to date with the VTuber stuff. So check out the Wailing, the Piper, freaking Autoscroll. Check out the Wailing, the Piper, but the Bedeviled, Thirst, and Norrel, all pretty good horrors. Okay. It's funny because Nasu said he wants to write a vampire story after Fate Ghost story concludes. Huh. All right. Okay, so there's Bravely Default, Bravely Second, and now Bravely Default 2. The naming conventions both boggles my mind, but it's also completely understandable. Well, at least it's not as bad as Xbox's naming convention. How do you get a tsundere to like you? Well, actually, now that you mention it, there's one game named Making Lovers on Steam. Don't buy that on Steam because they censored it. Unless if you can find a way to uncensor the game on Steam. There's that game on Steam, and there is a waifu over there that is supposed to be the tsundere character. She has a green hair. Her name is Karen. And she is actually, shockingly enough, one of the few Karens that I would legitimately want to freaking date. She's a bit whiny. Granted, she's a bit whiny, she's a bit of a tsundere, but she is not to an annoying degree. She is to only a subtle, at least to a realistic degree of a tsundere. So at least I'll kind of get to that. So I kind of dig that. But anyway, yeah, that's the, if you want to know how to get a tsundere like you, just play that. That's how you get a tsundere to like you. Hell, I know a Korean fighting game player who got hair grafting. Dead body is moving. That's my brother is always dead. He has always been dead. Imagine playing Last of Us 2 to cheer yourself up. Oof. That sounds like one hell of a week. What order of playthrough do you recommend for Legend of Heroes? Literally see my video. I just illustrated everything. I showed my order recommendation. See my video on the it's there. Wait, did you say the N-word? Do we need okuyasu? I just said nibba. I don't say the G. I didn't say with the G. I said nibba a lot. That's why I don't say the G. So my neighbor has COVID. Yeah. I kind of admire the guys behind Hollow Stars. Despite having drastically lower view counts, income, they seem very passionate about their fans. Yeah, good for them. Good for them. Kiara started a playthrough of 3 Houses today. I went and did a double on her to get in a Garrigbach outfit for the occasion. She actually saw my picture on Twitter. Cool. My dad caught a head cold. No COVID though. Oof. I refuse to get close to that survive thing. Ugh. This is why I'm a shut-in case of a virus outbreak. Appa, do you actually think newer fighting games is getting easier? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Well, I'm not really that much of a fighting game. I'm mostly just fighting game fan. I'm mostly just a casual. If you want to know about the opinions of that, I say go ask my brother. He's more of a fighting game guy, but it's mostly on Tekken, but he also kind of pay attention to the esports scene and the fighting game in general. So, yeah. As for me, don't ask me. I only just play fighting games casually. So, if you need help using weight, just eat 3 meals a day, 1 plate. 3 meals a day, 1 plate. Huh. Ruby is basically dead. Every country should legally require you to wash your hands before having a public restroom. No end to VTuber streams now. Plus, nice. Big sad moment. I tried to watch New Ruby. That was pretty cringe, but I kept. At least I got some good Dunbar material. I remember that the first time I watched Hololive was Miko's Stay Home GTA 5 stream translation and become addicted to them. Anyone remember Monty Oom's Dead Fantasy videos? Those were fun. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, cause they're raping everybody out here. Man, that's old. That makes me feel old. You don't have to come to confess. We're looking for you. We gon' find you. We gon' find you so you can run until that, run until that, run until that. Homeboy, homeboy. Fucking love that. Love that shit. It's just so asinine that these anti-loli guys deem you are a lolicon for being able to differentiate between 2D harm and 3D harm. Hollow Stars is very entertaining, especially Rubiru, Miss Kaoru though. Hey Appa, have you played Iron Harvest? Any opinion? Glory to Polonia. I haven't played that, so... An app that auto-farms Fate Grand Order, that's absolutely a virus. I hope Replicant has dual audio. Well, I think they will, because Nier has dual audio, so I think they will. I think all this hoopla happening in Australia reminds me of the infamous Otaku murder or the Ratman that happened in the 90s. I don't know about that. Also, that TV studio who want to enforce government rules to make it loose for live stream service. Freaking auto-scroll! Rules for live stream services just announced a new animated series yesterday. Cool. If I ever get Jack, I'm gonna use her first Ascension because people don't know the concept of waiting or understanding it's a good deal. Not worth pre-ordering consoles unless it's for business reasons. Look, the only people who I understand the reason why they're pre-ordering console is if they are reviewing them. And that's it. If you are reviewing consoles or any of these hardwares, you have a good reason to pre-order them and to actually get them as earlier than everyone. But then again, you can also get review copies of them, review samples of them. But then again, companies, depending on how much clout you have, companies probably will or will not give it to you. So Good graphic cards for the money. Good graphics card for the money. I'd say the 1080 depends. Actually, it depends. It really, really depends on the kind of games that you want to play. I'd say if you're just playing like freaking, if you're just playing esports games, or if you're playing just some casual like light Japanese games, if you're just playing, in terms of like Japanese games, the most demanding one I can think of right now is Final Fantasy 15. Like even an RX 570 can run Final Fantasy 15, but not that you want to play Final Fantasy 15. But that's the most demanding game that I can think of for Japanese games. The Nier Automata, but Nier Automata is just not optimized in general. It's playable, but not amazing. You need FAR. You need to install FAR, and an RX 570 can still play that. And then there's Trails of Cold Steel. The Trails of Cold Steel series pretty much playable on RX 570. I'd say get the RX 570 if you're still playing. It depends on the games that you want to play. So I'd rather buy the PS5 from a scalper than support Sony directly. But yeah, I'm definitely going to wait. I'd rather not buy the PS5 in general. I watched the first Karate Kid movies because of Cobra Kai, and they were better than I expected. I watched Karate Kid a while back on TV, before Cobra Kai did, and also the 2010, the one with Jaden Smith in it, which surprisingly was not as bad. Not bad. It was fine, but I want to start VTubing, but I'm poorer than appabend. Why wouldn't you want to VTube? Actually, you should. You should start VTubing because I'm not exactly. I don't exactly have a good budget either. I'm not exactly rich either, but I still do YouTube stuff anyway. So, Tsukihime Remake is basically something with vampire guys. Come on. Let's see. I see that Urawa Naoki's monster in the background. Such a fantastic anime, highly underrated. Urasawa Naoki's Monster in the background. Oh yeah, Monster is fucking amazing. I really, really love Monster. I probably should do a video on that. I haven't seen the anime fully, but I've read the manga and I fucking love the manga. The manga is amazing. The manga. The manga. Some had accidentally face reveals of stuff like Yanas, who did reveal herself before, but no one really remembers. Alright. Speaking about pre-order, I'd rather see the reviews first before buying it. That's how I'm dealing with my games in Steam library. Yep. VTuber doing a face reveal is already a death sentence for the VTuber in terms of their career. Oof. Not sure if I can be a VTuber since I live in a small apartment with no soundproof walls. Oof. Oof. What's the name of the visual novel? Making Lovers, I think. Making Lovers. Of course, Karen is a tsundere. Almost all of the consoles that I have in my room were gifted to me. Nintendo Switch, Xbox One S, PS3, and PS1 were spent with someone else's money. Even this computer was a gift. I'm privileged as fuck. Well, you are very lucky. Your brother is dead. Always was. Of course, Karen is a tsundere. Don't want to run a case similar to first runs PS2 and Xbox 360s. You can't even play as the VTubers in Neptunia Virtual Stars neither, making it not really interesting for me. It will be dubbed, however, so there's interest in seeing how the VAs will ruin it. I'm actually really surprised that the name Nyanas has resurfaced again because the last time I saw her, she has some issues. I love Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. What are you talking about? I had no idea because somebody said it's overrated in the chat. So here's a French joke. How do you call a racist non-binary person? Nibbenimiu. What? Not gonna lie, I found Amelia Watson VTuber with her mustache cuter. My mouse has been slowly dying lately. Rest in peace to my 5-year-old Razer mouse. Oof. Also, don't buy Razer mouse. It's funny that in a season which is all pushing the new consoles, I'm looking for old games for the Wii U and Wii and Nintendo 64. It's a mixture of wanting the full experience and nostalgia. I want all fighting games to have the same basic control schemes of either Mortal Kombat or Soul Calibur. Do you know that San Francisco put a law called the Karen Act for those who would try to racially target an innocent person for wrong actions or public freakout? Interesting. Boomer Appa. Why did I say? Why is Boomer Appa? Cringe. It's a shame that we won't be able to see Dante and Raido in our party simultaneously in SMT3 Nocturne Remaster. Yeah, that is a shame, but well, what can you do? Let's see. That's a 2000s fun time. Boomer time. My brother loves Godzilla Final Wars because it's just so absurd and bad it doubles as a parody. That's old school. Yeah, that's old school internet memes. Excuse me. Speaking of boomers, Bo Blacks has been talking about Lolicon hentai. Yeah, I saw that. That was dumb. No, just easy to put special moves which you have to be Sonic to do. Tragic. Most FGs in general, fighting games in general, are easier execution-wise, but winning is harder because people that take fighting games seriously have easier executions to play around. Oh, speaking of fighting games, you guys hear that fighting game that is going to feature characters based off of famous cereal mascots? I haven't heard that one. The auto farm mod isn't a virus. The code is on GitHub. Well, good for you. Go ahead and try that, I suppose. Hiya, been resetting Clip Studio Paint drawing program so that 3D layers won't crash the thing. Now works again. And watch Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous first season. It was rather fun. I actually haven't seen that. Maybe it's like if you're for kids. Mudahar has been simping hard for next gen gaming. I'm kind of on board with him, honestly. No, why would you? Mudahar is a very he's a very chill dude, but he can buy the stuff that he can buy. Not a lot of you guys can. I'm trying to be as relatable to the mainstream audience as possible because I haven't been getting a lot of cash lately as well. Speaking of cash. Donation, Streamlabs, links down below, please. I am bored. I need to pre-order stuff. Nah. Anyway, have you played Tell Me Why, the latest hella emotional walking simulator from Dotnot, Life is Strange devs? Tell me why. Oh, Tell Me Why, the latest hella emotional walking simulator from Dotnot. I haven't played that. Not really interested. GTX 1650 is a good one. The 1650 Super is much better than the 1650, but unless if you're looking for the laptop, in which case the 1650 is fine, but so basically food fight but video game. The Otaku murder was one of the biggest piece of shit. Research it when y'all got the time. Okay. Since you're the Rubik's Cube master, what do you think of the new Impossible Cube? I haven't seen the Impossible Cube. Would you accept it if a GTX 3090 suddenly just appears on your desk? Nah, I'm giving it to somebody who needs it. I'm selling it to somebody who needs it. I'm selling it for about, I'd say $600. Like legit $600 set selling it. Not buying the PS5 is dead to me. Uncensored games on Switch and Steam. I just need to buy adapters for composite RCA if I want to play those games on Steam. Don't you think it's a good time for Sega to be back on the console market? No. People are burning Harry Potter books. So sad. Why doesn't anyone want a PS5? PS5 is new Wii U. Do you remember? The 21st night of September. Anyway, September. For shit too. Johann Liebert is an interesting character. Johann Liebert is a great character. Tenma as well is a great character too. So he skipped my question about maps for some reason. Oh, did I miss it? Oh, I'm really sorry if I missed it. Probably got buried by excuse me. Probably got buried by autoscroll. Oh, I was just mentioning. 6716 donated $5. You get pity money. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Keep them coming, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Is there a VTuber who plays multiple characters? Ooh, that's a good question. Is there an actor or an actress that play multiple VTuber? That, I think, is the question that you should be asking. So, I remember watching Monster years ago, but don't remember what happened. Actually, come to think of it, I don't remember a lot about what happened in the manga either. What I do know is that a lot of the characters and plot points are introduced, but they somehow managed to epically just come together at the very last moment. Kind of like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, which I just recently watched. I fucking love that film. I only recently just watched it, but that film is fucking amazing. I really love the fact that you got introduced a bunch of plot points, introduced a bunch of characters, and then everything just magically come together in such a smooth freaking transition. Love that film. Great. Anyway, out of the way. What do you think about Trump banning critical race theory? I have no opinion in critical race theory as I don't really know. I just don't know. Rebonded, $31, like zero punctuation, but I hate that he shares a channel with Movie Bomb. I also hate that. I absolutely freaking hate that. But fortunately, zero punctuation. Fortunately, zero punctuation is only like every Thursday, or at least in my time, every Thursday or Friday, or every Thursday or Wednesday. But in my time, it's every Thursday. So yeah, thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Thinking ahead, any way to make the money off of all the people who will soon to be selling their PS4? I actually genuinely don't know. Hey, I'm Ben, so my birthday is on the 28th. Yay! I've been playing Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I've been replaying 64 especially, but I'm going in order. Cool. Good for you. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. But anyway, making fighting games easier doesn't necessarily bring in more people. My eyes stop burning after watching you for a bit. That's nice. I always chuckle whenever hentai artists draw VTubers and begs their audience to not tag the VTuber. Ooh, yikes. Blue-haired girls or pink-haired girls? Depends. Are those girls thoughts? If they are thoughts, nah fam, I'm good. But if they aren't, well, why not both? Then there's Niji Sanji, basically a case study of what would happen if all VTubers in Hololive went rogue and assassinated their manager. Meanwhile, they fall into madness. Is that an actual thing that happened? Should I buy a keyboard with glowing keys so I don't have to have my lights on all the time? You mean keyboards that have backlight, not glowing keys. They call backlights, fam. And yeah, you should. If you're in the dark and you want to see the shit that you type in, then yeah, I suppose you do need keyboards with glowing keys. What is the best mouse in the market? I just need 3 buttons and a wheel. Well, if you just need 3 buttons and a wheel, then a lot of mouses are good for are pretty much good. But it depends on personal taste. It depends on how you grip your mouse. So let's see. I really don't understand why people are giving J.K. Rowling so much trouble. I understand you disagree with her statements regarding biology, but it doesn't mean it's right to go after her like this. Well, I just generally don't care about J.K. Rowling in general. So, playing Resident Evil 3 Remake and it seems like a little less polished than Resident Evil 2. Well, yes, that's why I don't get it. That's why I don't buy it. It's too expensive for what it tries to offer. Seriously, who would get a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X? Just wait. Exactly. Any Billy cringe today? Technically, yes. But we'll get to that. Also, controversial comment incoming. Apparently, the quartering is just having a fight with a fan artist due to the quartering uses his art without permission. Really? Yeah, that's the reason why I don't use fan arts in general on my thumbnail, because I got into a lot of trouble with fan artists and using their art on the freaking thumbnails. So, yeah, that's interesting. Actually, what good mouse is there to replace without going broke? A lot of hardwares are gonna break eventually. So just buy which one that is comfortable for you. People, VTuber face reveal is death sentence. Inuyama Tamaki, laugh in face reveal. I'm gonna wait up to 18 months after launch before getting an Xbox Series X. What game is this? I want to see Tony the Tiger get uppercut by Toucan Sam. Gargura, also I'm late. Mute is okay, but yeah, I care a little about next gen. Muda is okay. What games are perfectly playable with the PS3 emulator? House of the Dead it can be laggy, but it's playable. Demon Souls apparently is playable. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game is playable. But aside from that, but Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game is going to be released on the modern consoles anyway. So I honestly don't really like her as a person, and despite the ridiculous pandering, tokenism, and revisionism she does to her characters, at the same time, she's a person just like everyone else. Again, I just don't really care about J.K. Rowling in general. Hey, Appa, what's up? What's up? AKA Life is Cringe 3. My mid-range high PC struggles with freaking autoscroll. Clip Studio paints 3D models while my appad is smoother than silk with it. Jeez. I would have long bought an actual PC if I wasn't a serf. I don't want to know what Corona really looks like. Why don't you do a stream in VTuber mode? Because I haven't made a VTuber rig and I'm not interested in making VTuber rigs. So, what was your first gaming console? My first gaming console, as I said in a video a while ago, it's a video of me talking about my gaming experience, my gaming journey, I suppose, is a freaking bootleg NES console that contains like hundreds and hundreds and thousands of NES games. And the first game that I played was Super Mario Brothers, the original Super Mario Brothers. And I played them back in the 90s when people are playing PlayStations and nothing like that. That's the bootleg NES console is the one that I can afford. And then I eventually progressed to the PlayStation. So, but it's pretty late. I went to the PlayStation at the time where PlayStation 2 was already popular. So, shocked donated $5. Late to the stream, Appa. But quick question. Are you a shrimp? I don't know what the shrimp is, but thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Working PC parts or brand new PC parts? I'd say working PC parts for the most part, but there are cases in which I'd say just get a brand new one. So, ain't nothing but a heartbreak. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Why are you singing? Why is somebody singing that in the chat? Pity money is best money. 21 of September was 3 days ago. I don't know. Somebody sang that in the chat. Oh my god, I legitimately couldn't get September out of my freaking head and now you sing it. More like Sony's the new Nintendo due to them being censor happy. I touched the Wii U controller. I agree in some form. Ow. Coco plays another VTuber, but I shouldn't mention it. There's many of them actually have 2 characters. I wonder how many times Appa has shaken his piggy bank throughout his YouTube career. Actually, I have no idea. I might have shaken the piggy bank quite a lot. So, Sega's better off as a third-party company business-wise. If I keep coming anymore, I'll dry up. But why though? I'm pretty sure Shigeru Yui and Watame are the same person. Sarcasm. Without spoilers, what is the basic premise of Perfect Blue? Artist went nuts. An artist went nuts. It couldn't figure out about her real self. So go watch Perfect Blue. Perfect Blue is amazing. I love Perfect Blue. Coco technically has her Coco Cane done by the same artist as NVTuber because before they made her and Fubuki a secondary persona, which is inverse of the normal self. Okay. How would you feel towards the idea of Nintendo or a studio other than like Retro Studios, HAL Laboratory, or Next Level Games doing a My Hero Academia game set in its own universe. We already have My Hero Academia games. Maybe you missed that. There are two actually. What are your thoughts on Cobra Kai? Cobra Kai, it was good. I really love Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is great until the second season where I wouldn't say I love it, but it went fucking nuts, and I went from loving it to I don't know what to think of it. I just want to see third season. The second season made me go, what? It went fucking nuts. So, how do you feel about a potential Master Chief Doom Guy crossover? Cool, but I wouldn't hope too much. Oh, I did watch Blackfish recently. I just sad to see animals being mistreated. Memory Eternal, the orcas that died in captivity. If I remember correctly, VTubers are strictly tied to their voice actors. If the voice actor doesn't want to or can't continue, the VTuber will also stop. Exactly. You skipped my favorite tags, or I might have missed you talking about it. I think you missed me talking about. I think I missed it. All right, I think both. Will you talk about the confusion with Xbox Series X pre-orders? Actually, we'll get to that. How do you feel about Lacus Klein from Gundam Seed? I haven't seen Gundam Seed, so... also, opinion on Microsoft buying ZeniMax. Shrug. Cool, I guess, but I don't really. It doesn't really excite me that much. What are the prospects of that? Bethesda games getting onto the Xbox? I just don't know. I'm not really interested. What is your opinion on Archie Comics Sonic the Hedgehog? I haven't read it, so. What do you think the VTuber market getting oversaturated nowadays? Not really. If you think the VTuber is getting saturated, the point where it is getting saturated is the point where the Westerners are starting to do it. And I don't think the Westerners haven't done it at all because it's not a thing. It's not a very popular thing in the West. It's still a very niche thing in the West, actually. There are fans, definitely, for sure. The weebs love them in the West, but compared to 3D content creators, I suppose, it's not as popular. Anyway, Shaq donated $5. Man with Gura as your thumbnail, you don't know shrimp. I must commit Sudoku for I am shame Appa as a VTuber as something I was looking forward to. Watch any anime this season. Well, again, I think I've said this in my last video. I'm not really a fan of these VTubers. I don't watch these VTubers. And I'm just in it for the out of context clips. Aside from that, not really. I must commit Sudoku for I am shame. Appa is a VTuber is something I look forward to. Watch any anime this season. I haven't seen any anime this season, but I have read Detective Conan, the manga. So there's that. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Streamlabs, links down below. Anyway, that's Hollow House's plan. Actually, Coco is making almost a studio for herself. The more RGB, the better. Get a Razer Sinosa keyboard. Why Razer though? Considering stuff that goes in Niji-san, do you think there'd be kill off the head manager with the stuff they're up to? Will there be actual memes in the meme stream this week? I think there will. I'm sorry, Appa. I'm a filthy casual regards with computer terminology. All right. I know some previously retired VTubers that came back with other avatars and names. Huh. I'm interested to relearn programming, but I don't know if I go to the basics or go full to the language platform. Any tips or recommendation? My tip, if you want to learn programming in general, know what you want to make. That's the purpose of you learning programming. You need to have a goal in what you want to make as you learn the programming stuff. So, fuck J.K. Rowling and her vagina cult. What are you talking about? We haven't got a mainline Sonic game for 3 years. Sega is on the deathbed by now. Billy, all about the psychic god. Twitter got triggered when J.K. Rowling said only women can menstruate. Well, J.K. Rowling said a lot of things. Dude, credit me and you can put any fan art in your thumbnail. All right. Cool. Why would you buy an Xbox for the games to be on PC? Yep. I suppose backwards compatibility, but there's only some games. Just look up how many Niji-Sanji members there are. Is there a game you really like but you've never heard anyone ever talk about it? Has anyone ever talked about The Settler Smack a Thief? I fucking love The Settler Smack a Thief. The Smack a Thief, that is just a mini game. It is abandonware right now, and I cannot play it. I cannot play it at all in the modern OS right now, but it is a game that I used to play quite a lot when I was a kid. Then Virtua Cop. I haven't played Virtua Cop 3, funnily enough, but Virtua Cop 1 and Virtua Cop 2, they're on PC. I love the shit out of Virtua Cop 1 and 2. They are fucking amazing. Love those games. Rail shooters, OG rail shooters, love them. But anyway, I was thinking about doing Super Mario stuff this weekend. Appabend, what about you? I don't know. I suppose planned to finish my revision, I guess. I want a new nice game, honestly, or maybe a new game about Knuckles or Rogue. How good does Persona 5 work on an emulator? I haven't tested it, so I don't really know. Persona 5 is playable on the emulator. It's playable, well, I suppose there's that, but it has very high CPU usage, better have good cooling. Okay. Do you know about the movie called Black Swan? Yes, I know about the movie called Black Swan. That's the movie where I suppose there's kind of inspired by Perfect Blue or made sorts of comparisons to Perfect Blue. I'd say Black Swan is, while have similar themes, it does something completely different, so I can't really say that they are comparable to each other. I've seen Black Swan. It's good. It's pretty good, but not something that I'd recommend to everybody. Let's see. I am timing where to buy Muse Dash DLC. Who Shrimp? God, good Appa. My first console was a bootleg NES with a cart of Battletoads. I guess it's decided my love for brutal games. Same here, Appa. My first console was a bootleg NES console too. Well, I suppose we got that in common. I want to buy a Game Boy Color with Pokemon Silver so I could use them on my old Nintendo 64 or my Pokemon Stadium. I think I'm inflicted with nostalgia. I assume shrimp means tiny dick. Man, VTubers really have become mainstream. Not really. No, they are not really. On the weeb sphere, yes. Among the weebs, yes, they have become mainstream. But for literally anybody else, like you can ask literally if you're a nearby normie and you ask what the fuck is a VTuber, they probably don't know. Like legit, they don't know. I've met a lot of people who don't know what this VTubing thing is. So let's see. Shrimps are shark shrimps. Chris posting Village Edition. Hello, Appa. How are you doing? I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. Now, I dare you to sing the Chris Chan version of that song. I don't know the Chris Chan version of that song. 6760 donate to $1. Rug is pronounced Rouge, where the N sounds like a J. Get it right. Rug. I don't know. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep it coming. Are you attracted to tomboys? I am. Who doesn't? Who aren't? First game I played was Kirby's Adventure on NES, but first console I got was Nintendo 64. Sony is just a shadow of itself. My first gaming experience was in the Game Boy Advance SP with Metroid Zero Mission. Cool. Near Auto-Scroll. I noticed Potter fans are conflicted about whether or not to buy the upcoming Hogwarts game for consoles because of J.K. Rowling. I've grown out of it, but I find I care more about Harry Potter as an IP. Actually, yeah, I suppose Harry Potter as an IP, like the whole world, the universe, and in general, I think it's kind of interesting. But I just need it to be completely detached from Harry Potter, the character in general. Are you gonna play SMT3 Nocturne Remastered? If you do so, will you use Dante or Raido? I suppose I've already tried using Dante on the PS2. Maybe I'll try Raido. Actually, you know what? I'll get back to Dante because Dante's cool. With the removal of the most iconic quote of Super Mario 64, it truly is so long, Gabe Bowser. Also, if anyone has a mouse that seems to be dying, try replacing the switches in the mouse with a better rated switch, i.e. 100 million clicks with 500 million clicks. I forget the exact, but that way. I don't know how to do that, but well, if you can do that, then I suppose go ahead. Xbox Time exclusives. Have you read Umineko visual novel? I haven't read any of the When They Cry visual novels, but I know their story. Because the thing about, I suppose, horror or mystery, Umineko is more of a mystery, but Higurashi is more of a horror. The thing about that is I've already spoiled. Unfortunately, I've already spoiled because everybody talks about it. So I really like Johnny as the protagonist of Cobra Kai. Yeah, me too. I think he's a very good protagonist. It's so crazy seeing VTubers being recognized by gaming companies and celebrities. I watched the Demented, a Z-grade zombie movie. Okay. It could be called Doom Chief. I want Doom Evil Dead crossover. I'm more interested in Doom Guy and Goblin Slayer crossover. Doom Guy is much better than Master Chief. What two video game characters do you want to crossover? I couldn't really think of at the top of my head. I can think of two characters I want to crossover. I want Jill from VA11 Hall A to meet up with Riel from Ergo Proxy. I want them to do the Spider-Man thing and just point at each other. It's like, no, you look emo. No, I look emo. No, you look emo. No, I look emo. No, you look emo. Shock donated $5. VTubers are still niche and normies will cringe when you mention them. VTubers are live anime shows. Anyways, any visual novel recommendation for beginners? Are you going to buy SMT5 and Nocturne for the Switch? As for visual, yeah, VTubers are indeed still niche and normies will cringe when you mention them. As for visual novel recommendation, Katawa Shoujo. Everybody should play Katawa Shoujo. It's free. It's freaking free. Go ahead and play Katawa Shoujo. I suppose I can tell you to play Doki Doki Literature Club, but only play it up until Sayuri gets killed, because as time goes on, I realized that I like Doki Doki Literature Club more in the first half rather than the second half. Not because the second half is scary, but because the second half doesn't really have any meat. Whereas the first half genuinely has themes about depression, and Sayori in general, I think, is a very good character. Very rarely good character in a parody game. It's supposed to be a parody game, but Sayori is so good as a character. And the depression being depicted is shockingly very real. Are you gonna buy SMT5 and Nocturne for the Switch? Probably, yeah. I probably would if it's cheap. But anyway, thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Master Chief, I fight aliens in space. Doomslayer, I fight demons in hell. Space Marine, you're both cute. Western culture or Eastern culture? I think you know the answer for that. Robotnator to Buck, I mentioned No Straight Rose last week. The character Sayu was meant to parody of Hatsune Miku, but now feels more relevant with the VTuber boom happening right now. I haven't played it, so I don't really know, but thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I still stand by this. The Wii U is a better name than Xbox Series X or S. Yep. Did you not see Pokey? What about Pokey? Gundam Seed is the demonic plate of Gundam. Ooh, jeez. I see we got Backstreet Boys fan over here. That's you. I know the song, but I'm not exactly a fan. I'm more of a fan of Westlife back in the day, but no one is a fan of Westlife back in the day. How would you feel if PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale got a reboot and a way to get attention? That Goku, Shrek, Batman, and Spider-Man if we're part of the roster. I maybe. Strip for the Sark. Dude, there's a female kind of popular Twitch streamer that decided to go virtual. I think it started to get saturated. Oh, you mean that Pokimane? No, she doesn't really do it permanently. She just eventually goes back to 3D, to her 3D self, because it just doesn't work. So my brother got himself a Nintendo Switch and later gave me and my little sister a copy of Mario Kart 8. Cool. Appa is a boomer who fell down the recommended out-of-context clips of VTubers rabbit hole. I only watch it occasionally. They are actually Western VTubers, but they're such a niche, they don't donate to charities, which is nice. I've been watching Perfect Blue videos lately, and it's awesome. Yeah, Perfect Blue is amazing. There are a lot of Western VTuber nowadays. It's getting oversaturated. Are you talking about Western VTubers that are made with HoloLive, or are you talking about Western VTubers, Western people becoming VTubers, the independent VTubers? I wouldn't say it's saturated. It's still rather a niche market. It's not as popular. It's still mostly the... Varim Cadastro at 40 bucks? Jesus Christ! Thank you so much! God bless! God freaking bless! My God! I am late and gay today. Here are some shekels as an apology. Dude, apology accepted. You don't even need to apologize, my God. Thank you so much for the donation. God bless. Keep them coming. 40 bucks. Jesus Christ, 40 bucks. You know what? Every donation that's over 25, I'm gonna give an absolute blessed sound effect every single time that happens. You know what? Maybe I should actually do that. I should just put that on Streamlabs, but maybe playing it manually is much better. But anyway, where was I? What's the difference between a 1650 and a 1650 Ti laptop, and is it good or better than a 1660 Ti? The difference is that between the 1650 and the Ti has much better performance, and I recommend the Ti version, but the difference between a 1650 Ti and a 1660 Ti, I'd say get the 1660 Ti if it's cheap, but if you don't really need to play like AAA games, the AAA games are much better to play in the 1660, but the 1650 Ti, it's good for a lot of games. AAA games, you should probably tone down the settings a bit, so... also, people should just ignore the old lady. Baki series is pretty great, but the offers Sims Japanese fighters don't hard. Only women can menstruate. What's the lie there? Some women can, but men can't. If it's a man, this is best hemorrhoids. Your stream is colliding with Amelia and Ina. Well, fuck them. Anyway, that's just kidding. But anyway, I may eventually create a VTuber rig, but I don't think I can go full VTuber. It's just that I don't want to show my face online. Good games nobody talk about. Jagged Alliance. Oh, Jagged Alliance. I've been wanting to play that game for a while too. It's been on sales for a while. I want to play the second game in particular. Also, Commandos. If you have guys played Commandos Behind Enemy Lines, I loved that game as a kid. Love to play the shit out of that. I haven't beaten it because the game's pretty freaking hard, or at least last time I remember the game's freaking hard. But I love that game. That game's great. For me, it's Task Wanted, a fun Looney Tunes game that not many people talk about. I'm so sad I got debated by appabend's thumbnail just to learn he ain't into them. I felt cheated and I demanded a refund. You not only... clearly you haven't seen my last video where I talk about how I am genuinely not interested with it. Clearly. What game franchise do you want to see revived? That's a good question. I wouldn't say revive. I'd say get back the original team or try to bring some more life to the series. Phoenix Wright. The last Phoenix Wright game on the 3DS hasn't even got freaking localized into the public. The prequel one, the 3DS, and pay attention to this, please. Aside from just remastering the trilogy, actually, if you give me the choice between remastering the trilogy and Apollo Justice and continuing with the Apollo Justice, I'd say if you already remastered the trilogy, go remaster the Miles Edgeworth. Investigations. I'd say that is a much better remastered, in my opinion, than Apollo Justice. Apollo Justice, I'm not a fan, let's just say. Let's see. Yay, Family Clones. I also had one. Made it to the second DLC of Witcher 3. The region is beautiful, but those freaking centipedes. Well, I haven't played that far, so. My cousin gave me his OG Wii, so I can later look for Muramasa the Demon Blade. I'm expecting Microsoft to cut corners soon between the purchase, how the Game Pass is handled, and many of their games is no longer being console exclusive, as a major change will occur. Internet historian has referenced Corone. I used to have a Power Joy bootleg plug-and-play as a kid. I now love bootleg games as an adult. I'm kind of a weeb and I can't stand VTubers. I laughed for a little, then I got bored and find something else. They really got old too fast for me. Well, Google Tristan, I have a boyfriend. Alright. Now I feel isolated because my first console was a Nintendo 64. Pikachu Edition, I still have it here, but I don't have this free color evolution HDMI cable. A Shaq donated 25 bucks. God bless. God bless. Challenge accepted. Here's 25 bucks. There's not a lot of Hololive VTubers and VTubers in general. Have you played Metal Slug back in the days? Watch Hololive and Appa, they're great. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Have I played Metal Slug? I have actually played Metal Slug back in the days on the PS1. I think it was on the PS1. Yeah, I played that. It's great. I love Metal Slugs, but I haven't played them in a while. Watch Hololive English, Appa, they're great. I have seen them. Not really a fan. Not really my thing. I've already explained my opinions in my video. Seriously, watch my videos. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Appa, do you know about RPG Maker? Would you rather fuck a trap or a reverse trap? Why not both? What is the best character realizing their goal and accepting of themselves plot? Perfect Blue or the Black Swan? Well, that's the difficult topic. Need to think about that. But anyway, the new game looks cool. I actually do want to try it out. Watch Uzura Subaru, the best tomboy Duck Swan Goku. Okay. If VTuber's getting mainstream, I'd be worried with the NPC Puritan would try to infiltrate it like comics and games. How are they going to infiltrate that? I don't think so. I don't think they can infiltrate that. Can't remember my first PC game as my father rented a lot of games back in the day and burnt them as in copying. But first console was a DS with the Spectrums as in first console game. Hopefully major third-party acquisitions doesn't become a regular thing for next gen. I do not want to imagine a world where Sony owns Capcom or SNK, Microsoft owning Sega and Koei Tecmo, etc. Yeah. One of my first games was Goosebumps, Escape from Horrorland, Pokemon Yellow, and a few others back during Game Boy Color and Nintendo 64. Cool. Umineko is better than Higurashi. Well, it depends what you're looking for, I suppose, because those two are too different. My first console was a Nintendo DS Lite with New Super Mario Brothers. Cool. There are demons in the Goblin Slayer universe, so they can do a crossover with Doom. What are you talking about? Master Chief is Doom guy's less insane son. I love Kato Shoujo. Monika's best girl, though. Do you read any historical manga? I haven't read any historical manga. VN recommendation from someone who don't like VNs. Kato Shoujo and Life with a Slave teaching feelings. Life with a Slave teaching feelings is not exactly a visual novel. It's more of a sex game. It's more of a sex game and life-saving game, but it's not really a visual novel. There's not really a lot of story in it. Did you see the Inuyasha sequel is getting an anime? I haven't seen that. If anybody wants to play Doki Doki Literature Club, you should get the Blue Skies mod. So far, it's really well done. Expands the game and characters much more than I expected. I need to check on that. How much of a Gundam fan are you? Not much. When Monica starts to act behind the scenes, yeah, it sometimes irritates me a bit. I start to watch in power scaling videos, but they start to get too complicated with me. This character is stronger than infinite universes, but still loses to that guy because he's even stronger. The second part of DDLC is basically the devs flexing the programming skills on the player. Hey, look, we know how to look up the process list and see if you're running ABS. Exactly. Talking visual novels, Fate Stay Night. No. No. I want No Straight Bat Roads to be better. The core of it is pretty solid, but the actual execution of the gameplay is here or miss. All Dokis are best Dokis, except Monica. She's great as Doki. I still remember several Westlife songs. Okay. Hey, Gundam Seed was not that bad, and neither was Gino ne Reconquista. I don't know how to say that, but somebody said about Gundam Seed being bad. Somebody in the chat. I don't know about you, but Pokemon model looks like it's being rendered by a PS3. Now, Gundam Seed is more like the Smallpox Seed, Destiny is the Bubonic Blade. Over the Moon on Netflix, on the other hand, China, on the other hand, directed by Glenn Keane, which is one of the few legendary Western film animators. Saw the trailer, looks great. EFAP fighting game with Appa's abilities change depending on his opponents, and Mauler being able to stretch very long. Okay. $40, Appa can finally eat for this month. My first console was a PS2 Slim with Ben 10, Alien Force, and Snowcross 2, but I think the first game I played was Twisted Metal 2, but it's been so long I couldn't remember correctly. Though Microsoft owning Bethesda has little impact for me due to having no connection with their games, still don't own any of their titles. I own other titles, and I just don't really care in general. Gundam Seed isn't that bad, but Destiny is Satan. Lot of love for Appa today. Yeah, exactly, which is why you should donate to my streams. Links down below. We are in 88 bucks, 12 bucks more before you go to 100 bucks. Let's see if we can get to 100 bucks. And then somebody donated 100 bucks. And then I just go, what the fuck? Y'all got it wrong. It's not just Western people becoming VTubers. It's normies becoming VTubers that make it bad. That's why we have to gatekeep Poke more. Yeah, that's the thing. How are you going to gatekeep Poke? Do you just say, hey, Poke, this is a bad idea? Actually, that's one way you can do it. But the problem is, you don't need to tell Poke that she's bad doing a bad VTubing. She's bad as a VTuber. She's already bad as a VTuber. Even she recognized that she's bad as a VTuber. So, if one dislikes Gundam Seed and Seed Destiny, I implore you to take the Super Robot Wars with them for a ride. The developers actually fixed the mess. Well, Appa, will you play Blue Protocol, Genshin Impact of Godfall? I don't know. I don't know about that game, so I don't really know if I want to play that. Commando's one of the first PC games I've ever played. 104 Days of Summer Vacation. Going back to Nintendo doing a My Hero Academia game. Those two games were done by Bandai Namco. I was asking what would be your opinion if Nintendo or any developer under them did their own My Hero Academia game. I think it would go pretty much the same. I don't think they're going to make it any different. What makes you think it's going to be different other than Nintendo? I'm going to grow white some stuff. I'll come back in a bit when the memes are spicier. Question, you can make the ultimate AI that magically doesn't take any space. It can do anything you want perfectly, but it can only do one task, etc. E.g., it can only play Dark Souls or find hentai. Jeez. Seed is watchable compared to Wing in my opinion, which is ironic because my favorite suit is from Wing. Gundam Seed is a Disney Star Wars sequel without Gundam Seed Stargazer. Why is everybody arguing about freaking Gundam in there? Phoenix Wright Poggers, am I right or am I right? Nobody likes Apollo. Is Miles edgy? Shockingly enough, Miles isn't as edgy as isn't really that edgy as time goes on. Investigations in Apollo Justice need to remaster. I don't think Apollo Justice need to remaster. The problem with Apollo Justice is the fact that the story kind of continues on later on, and the fact that I just really do not like the treatment of Phoenix Wright in Apollo Justice. It's not as bad as the treatment of Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi, but I kind of feel like that's how they treated him, and or at least to some degree. At least both Apollo Justice and Miles Edgeworth were ported to mobile. We need Drakengard 1 and 3 remakes. Bring out Miles Edgeworth Investigation 2, that's what I want. And I do like Justice, it was my first Ace Attorney game. Apollo Justice got an iOS remaster with high-resolution sprites. Yo Appa, I've been playing Origami King while farming Fate Go and Arc Knights. How is this Indonesian boober getting more money than my whole life's worth? Damn. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you should work. Be a YouTuber, I guess. Almost every series suffers a lot in my opinion whenever relationship issues take the spotlight. I'd fuck whatever Dion and Inkindu are. Don't know who that is. I once read somebody thought Perfect Blue messages. Is that you archived through Freedom with a driver's license? People watch VTubers to be entertained, not to be pandered to the politics. At that moment, Appa become a bisexual icon. What? A series that need to return. Let's see. F-Zero, Twisted Metal, Dark Circles, Final Fight. Have you played the Stalker series? I recently played Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl a lot. And I complained about how the weapons are inaccurate as fuck, which is why I just cheated the living shit out of it. I just make the weapon fucking straight up inaccurate. I just make the character to just, the moment it hits the crosshair, it hits exactly. I just make the character a fucking sharpshooter, and I had a lot more fun than when my weapon was fucking broken. But anyway, yeah, Stalker. I love Stalker. Stalker's great. Can't wait for the sequel. One game franchise I think should be revised is Famicom Mukashi Banashi Famicom Fairy Tales. I know Famicom Detective Club is getting revived, so Mukashi Banashi should too. What did you think of the new Replica Remaster coming out in April that was just announced? Cool. I want to play it. Can't wait to play it on Steam. Have anyone made an isekai where the main character get reincarnated to a medieval Chinese-Japanese fantasy instead of the typical medieval European fantasy? No idea. Speaking of crossover, I see a wholesome video about Fate Jian B Doomslayer. Favorite game soundtrack and favorite game series soundtrack. I suppose just Neon Falcon in general make amazing fucking soundtracks. And Tokyo Xanadu, for example. Tokyo Xanadu, I recommend that game purely because of the soundtrack. The soundtrack is fucking good. Teaching Feelings is a raise your daughter simulator for me. I stopped playing the game when it came to the sex part. I headcanon the enemy as me on my deathbed getting one last word. Yeah, the thing about Teaching Feelings is that you're kind of in order for you to truly progress the game, you're kind of forced to have sex with my character. And you can have the option to make her just your daughter, to treat her like your daughter, but you have to have sex with her in order to progress the story. And unfortunately, there's not really much story in it. So, are VTubers gay? I don't know. To know why Fate Stay Night is not for people new to visual novel, just watch Giga's video on it. I don't recommend Giga's video on it. I just watch my video on it. Anyway, evil people will never change. Marth in Smash Melee was a giant relative to the stage size and super OP. In Ultimate, he's very small and his stippers do little damage and are tiny. Ultimate Marth is Ash. I only know Gundam from that one hentai CG gallery I read. Weird. Ben 10 Alien Force was second over PS2 game. It was pirated on a burned disk, so I had to get it mod chip. How long will Among Us stay relevant? I think it's gonna stay relevant as long as it get updates. Like you said, with the game scene, make them feel unwelcome with content they disagree with. Yep. It's a Gundam X Poke fan arts are great. Yeah. Actually, yeah. My first console with GameCube was Sonic Adventures DX. PlayStation 1 and the NES was definitely first, despite being bored away after they came out. Seed is a retelling of the original Gundam with an extra story, and it just kind of sucks anime execution-wise. Though why give Pokemon any attention at this point? I stayed up until 5 a.m., then I suddenly remembered I had a doctor's appointment. Jeez. If Pokemon banned you, do you also want her friend's offline TV banned too? I don't know. Miles the Tsundere type lol. Also, the timer runs out. I want you guys to spam me meme stream in the chat so that I can know where to stop in the chat. I'm just gonna read everybody's chat to the point where the timer stops. Anyway, I think it wasn't bad, but Hobo Right is kind of cool. Answer my question about what task would you give to Ultimate AI? Also, I won't turn against you. I can't think of one right now. Because Gundam Seed is hot flaming garbo trash. The only good thing for that is make a design. Pokemon VTuber Avatar makes Call of Duty World War II look interesting. Your favorite Mario game? I haven't played a lot of Mario games. Fox News tried to parody as a literal robot. A Drake and God 3 remake would be nice. The game somehow runs worse than Sonic 06 besides the loading screen. I honestly like Apollo Justice. Apollo is an interesting character. That's something you can see on Ace Attorney 6. I need a new Ace Attorney. It's almost like Art Nice. By the way, Ikara Shai Dokuta. Daeon can be literally any gender you want, and Ekidus form is based on where we once met. Timer, time skip. What kind of cringe we're getting? We're getting a lot of cringe, ladies and gentlemen. Did you have Bionicles when you were younger? I think. Almost time for the memes. Hopefully nothing as cringy as Junge de Iku. Almost to the meme stream. Still waiting for Koi to do something with the Isekai Warriors copyright they took. Teaching feeling. Literally you can say no to having sex with her and continue to endlessly headpat her. You can even activate platonic mode to completely turn her off. Nobody dies to another world in Inuyasha. Yeah, but my point about the story not having anything still stands. But anyway, meme stream, ladies and gentlemen. I need to fucking every single time the timer doesn't fucking play. I'm just gonna. There you go. Finally. Jeez, it's time for the meme stream. Finally, I've exhausted all of the chat. I've tried to read everything. Yeah, that's the point where the chat's done. Chat's done. Stream's done. Excuse me. Let's get to it. Stop timer. Timer, you should stop. And I want to get to the intro. Boom. Why do I still have Uzaki in there? Well, it should have been a VTuber in there. I should have changed that. My bad. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, It is time for the streams. It is time for the memes. It is time for the cringe. It is time for the bad takes because there are so many people making bad takes. Oh, show myself. There you go. Anyway, let's get into the cringe. Actually, there's one here. It's a bit of a story from Indonesia. People who were caught without a face mask in Indonesia are being ordered to dig graves for COVID-19 victims as punishment. Holy shit, Nibba. Holy shit. Excuse me where I wear my mask here real quick. I'm really sorry, authorities of Indonesia. I don't want to freaking dig graves here. so allow me to wear my N95 mask real quick. No, seriously, what? Yeah, this is a really freaking stupid hoopla. But I want to bring attention to this. The reason why I want to bring attention to this, right, is very simple. It's because this is a video from Nowthis. And guess who's in the video? I need my dun. I need my dun. Seriously, what am I doing here? Look at that! And it's the funniest thing about this is that it's not even related. It's not even related to the news. News of the unusual punishment quickly went viral on social media. Okay, what the fuck is the news? Meanwhile, in Indonesia, abusive mother hit their 8-year-old girl with a broom several times for not understanding online lessons. The girl passed away shortly after. The parents then buried their child in their graveyard and got busted. This is completely unrelated to the previous news. This has nothing to do with the previous freaking news, but okay, Nowthis. Okay, Nowthis. Apparently, how you work is that you're just gonna type in Indonesia and grave and just go scroll on the tweet and then, hey, here are all the tweets. Oh my god. Hey, just search Indonesia grave. There you go. Search Indonesia grave. We got a couple of bucks. Got a couple of bucks to make this video. Seriously. Donations. The couple of bucks could have been sent to me. I mean, I have contributed on this video by providing you a screenshot of something completely unrelated. I should get the freaking revenue. Streamlabs, link down below, please. But anyway. Oh, here's a bit of a news on YouTube. Hi, appabend. We are contacting you to let you know that starting September 22nd, 2020, we are expanding our age restriction effort as part of the ongoing commitment to keeping YouTube creators and viewers safe. Oh my god, YouTube, what have you done? What have you done? We'll be expanding to use of automated system along with our team of expert reviewers because that has never backstabbed everybody before on YouTube. That has never, ever backstabbed anyone on YouTube ever. Automated system, because why the fuck not? To apply age restrictions to videos that aren't appropriate for all age, all ages. With greater safeguards in place, you may see videos on your channel placed beyond an age restriction, which limits the content of viewers who are at least 18 years old. You know what? I probably YouTube. I don't know about you, YouTube, but I'm going to deliberate. Does that mean that I can make videos that can only be viewed if you are 18 plus years old? I won't get monetized by that video, but I can shill my links. I can tell you, hey, support this channel. This video is sponsored by you guys. You guys are the ones who make this video possible. You know what? I should probably do that. I should probably maybe do hentai reviews. Do hentai reviews on YouTube. Do hentai reviews on YouTube. Age restrict the video. I know the video is not going to get a lot of views. I know the video probably won't pop up in your notifications, but that's precisely why I have Twitter. That's precisely why you need to follow me on Twitter. That's why you can get notifications the kind of videos that I make. I may do hentai reviews secretly in there. I don't know. Sounds like a good idea, but I don't know. We anticipate little to no impact to your video's monetization as age-restricted videos are likely not suitable for all advertisers. Yeah, that's perfectly fine because I have you guys. You guys are fucking amazing. You guys are giving me the cash. You guys are giving me the donations. You guys are supporting me, making sure that the channel stays afloat. I love you guys. God bless you guys. You guys are freaking amazing. But seriously though, seriously, why? Just roll in. Not. You guys are absolutely amazing. No! Oh my god! Viewers are donating to me! Not the right sound effect to use. The big twist. Oh no! Viewers donate. The big shock. The big shock. Shocking news. Straight up to 9/11. But anyway. Where was I? We're also adjusting the way our age restriction works off of YouTube, prohibiting age-restricted videos to be viewable when embedded on most third-party sites. Users that click on an age-restricted video on another website will be redirected to YouTube, where they will only be able to view the content when logged in. This will help ensure that no matter where the content is viewed, videos hosted by YouTube will only be viewable with the appropriate audience. In order to comply with the recent regulations, we'll also roll out age verification for users in the EU. Wait, what? If our systems cannot establish that a viewer is over the age of 18, regardless of the age they signed up with their Google account, we will request they verify their age using a valid ID or credit card. Excuse me, neighbor, what the fuck? What the fuck? Excuse me? Are you telling me that if I live in the EU and I want to watch age-restricted content, I need to verify using my fucking credit card? What the fuck? What? You can read more on our community guidelines for guidance on when content may be age-restricted and ways in which you can age-restrict your own content. Jesus Christ. Look, seriously, if somebody can pretty much exploit this and just fake this message in order to, they can literally, this can be used as a social engineering scam. That somebody is going to post as YouTube and say, hey, you've been watching a bunch of videos on YouTube that are actually not of age. We need to verify you, that you need your credit card number and your, we need your credit card number, we need your ID, and we also need the 3 numbers in the back of your credit card. Seriously though, Jesus. My God, YouTube, what? Oh yeah, let's talk about this. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is One Angry Gamer, quote unquote, One Angry Gamer. This is the website One Angry Gamer, but Billy's not there. Instead, this person over here named Amber Ball is here and wrote an article about why is 2020 the year of gamers. Damn, the year of gamers. Very serious. Disclosure, this is a sponsored post. Of course. Of course. Billy, now you have turned from fighting against censorship, fighting the culture war, into selling out. Or at least the website is. Billy, maybe he has more principles. He want to go out to other websites and actually write the articles there instead of this website or something. But are you fond of video games? Whether you are a tween, adult, or your mid-40s, some habits never change. Enthusiasts can spend days playing video games as an escape from boring and monotonous lives. Hey, at least we can agree on that. Isn't it nice to put on the shoes of a fictional character and forget about all the troubles? It helps people freshen up while giving them a sense of accomplishment, a sense of pride and accomplishment. EA, is that you? Did you just bought One Angry Gamer, EA? Now, I don't like a lot of these One Angry Gamer articles, but I will not let you to buy Billy. God damn it, EA. God damn it, EA. Do not buy One Angry Gamer from me. Don't make One Angry Gamer a bunch of fucking sellouts. Jesus Christ, EA. Jesus. Fortunately, 2020 is all about transformation and innovation in the gaming industry. Damn, you know what? At the very least, I can say Billy stopped writing for the website. At least Billy has more fucking principles than actually have his website or have his just straight up sell out like this. Jeez. 1. Numerous esports tournament. Oh my god. Why 2020 is the year of gamers? Number 1, numerous esports tournament. Oh, fuck you. Fuck off. That is literally nothing to do with anything. Jeez. The consequences of global pandemic are no secret to anyone. Yeah, the consequences of global pandemic, it has made a lot of people poor, including me, which is why you should donate to my Streamlabs, link down below. As people are isolating, they are entertaining themselves with games and tournaments. The internet is bustling with esports tournaments. How is that? Why is that a win for gamers? I don't get it. What? As millions of users are gaming online, gamers can contest with players across the globe, opening doors to international competitions. All tournaments have prizes retaining the maximum number of users. Moreover, people who don't prefer playing games are also participating in betting. Of course! Of course you're participating in betting. I decided to add donate to $12. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Now we have finally achieved. We have achieved the $100 goal for today, ladies and gentlemen. My God. Gotta give the victory theme on that. Victory theme. Thank you so much for the donations, guys. It has been an absolute pleasure. $100 has been achieved for today's stream. Can we actually make it to 200? I don't know. We'll see. Donation goal. Goal amount 200, starting amount 100. And I'm gonna put it as 0926. Why do I have to input this every single time? I just hate that. But anyway, 0929 2020. I have to input that every single time. Maybe I should make it bigger. Anyway, I did not write 199. Okay, whatever. 200, you get it. Thank you so much for the donation, guys. Really, you guys have been fucking amazing. Keep them coming. You guys have been fucking amazing. Don't push your shekels. Bless Appa. Yeah, I'd say go donate to me instead of betting y'all on this. What is this? Are you wondering if it's legal? In some states of the United States, esports betting has been declared legal. Oh no. Oh no. If you are in Atlantic City, Clifton, or any nearby regions, look for New Jersey betting sites to try your luck in the esports market. However, before calling the shots, familiarize yourself with the industry, choose a suitable bookmaker, place your bets, and research about the leading gamers. I just don't even. E-gambling, ladies and gentlemen. E-gambling. Are you gonna bet on esports players now? EA, is that you? Did you just get bought by fucking EA? Actually, it's worse. It's not just that they got bought by EA or one angry gamer website got bought by EA. It's much worse than EA. It's not EA, but it's much worse. It's a freaking betting site. Best betting sites for Brazil. It's a freaking betting site. It's where you bet on esports players and all of that, etc. Jesus. This is what one angry gamer has turned into. Also shitposting. Sonic Forces 2 accidentally leaked on Sega's website. It's a picture of fucking... You know what? I take that back. You know what? Maybe the lack of Billy on this website may have turned this into much better. Oh, not only that you are one angry gambler, one angry gamer has not only turned into one angry gambler, but also one angry Sonic stan. Oh, Jesus. What the... This is the fucking... Oh, I don't even... What is this? It also allows players to create their own OCs. Wait, hold on. What? Oh, yeah, it's talking about Sonic Forces. A lot of OCs which combined with Harambe's diff give us 2020. Oh, what is this? Inspired by Sherlock's sister, Enola Holmes reinstalled statues in cities around the UK, celebrating the real-life sisters of famous figures who... Real-life sister? Wait, Enola Holmes is a real person? I didn't know that. But of famous figures whose prestigious achievements have been overshadowed by the history books by their more widely known brothers. Wait, hold on a second. Brother, so is Enola Holmes a real person or not a real person? I don't get it. If she's a real person, then how can she have brothers that are fictional characters? Then I think last time I checked, Enola Holmes is a fan fiction character, so it's not exactly a real person. It's a fan fiction character, and Sherlock Holmes, the IP of Sherlock Holmes in general, is in public domain, so anybody can make stories of Sherlock Holmes, including Fate. But anyway, seriously. Why am I coughing so much? Ace Attorney as well. So, what? It's dumb. It's dumb. I saw a child wearing Trump. I saw a child wearing Trump in 2020 mask at school today, and I wanted to literally burn him alive. Good for you. I mean, good for you. Go ahead and try to burn a kid alive. I'm pretty sure the cops and the parents won't bat an eye on that. Seriously, what the fuck? Jeez. Dear dumbass white people, if you use a person's skin color as an insult, you are a I'm moving on from that. I can't process that. Life-size Gundam in Yokohama is now in testing mode. Oh yeah, there's a reason why I showed Gundam back then. I should replace Uzaki. Why is Uzaki in my fucking intro? Why didn't I do this? Oh, I should have done it. But anyway, yeah, Gundam is in Yokohama. Is now in testing mode apparently. There's the life-size Gundam. It's cool. It's cool. I saw the clip. I saw the video. Actually, I need to see the video. I actually have the video. Well, I was supposed to fucking play it here. I was supposed to play the fucking video here. It looks pretty freaking cool. Life-size Gundam. It's a life-size freaking Gundam. Now, it's a Gundam can finally have his own fantasy-sized robots and everything like that. And, yeah, it's cool. It's a cool. But it's not an actual Gundam. It's just, well, it's a life-size gun. It's not an actual Gundam that can, fight people and shit. It's not a military stuff. Matt, it's not a military stuff. This may be the most spectacular waste of money in human history. Oh, God forbid people want to make giant robots. How dare they? No fun allowed. A giant fighting robot will be used. That is not supposed to be a giant fighting robot. That is not a giant. That is a Gundam, but it's not intended to be a fighting robot. It can move. So, a giant fighting robot would be useless in real life, I'm afraid. Well, duh. Fucking duh. The thing would be so bulky and top heavy that you could easily destroy it or knock it over with a missile or from a fighter jet. Yeah, duh. Duh. I mean, duh. There's no occasion in missile combat where these things would give tactical advantage. Duh! God forbid people want to have giant robots. God forbid. Jeez. Oh man. Really glad they figured out how to feed all the world's hungry children and made such a cool toy with the extra dollars. Oh wait. Seriously? What are you doing here? Really glad that you are making tweets on the internet instead of feeding all the hungry children. I don't get it. I don't get why people I don't get why people's kindness standard has to be the fact that they feed hungry children. Actually, you don't know it if they have fed hungry children. Maybe the creators have already donated to Africa. Maybe they actually go to Africa and actually help all the hungry, starving children in there, and you didn't know about it. Anyway. A good reminder that cartoons are inappropriate for anyone but children. You sure about that? Are you sure about? Do you want me to see? I think I need to. I want to play that clip from Boondocks, but I probably get copy strike. It's the clip from the episode 1 of Boondocks where was it Huey or was it Riley? It just said something along the lines of, "Well, I think the Jews did 9/11," and then all the white people go, "Ah!" Seriously, this is the sort of weird thing that well-adjusted people should age out of. What? I dare all of the Rick and Morty weirdos to ration me on this. Okay, I'm not gonna grab Rick and Morty. I'll probably just grab the Boondocks. It was Huey. Okay. My first ratio comes at the hands of the only loser force more powerful than libertarians, cartoon nerds. Wait, was it Huey or was it Riley? I don't know, chat. Why are you giving me conflicting answers? Just enormous fury that I've unleashed by telling adults to not be children. Okay, what is this? You know damn well Elon Musk does what he does because he read and watched cartoons. Look at that Tesla space and tell me it's not heavy metal incarnate. He still plays video games to this day and watches anime. The geeks powered by imagination changed the world. It's not a bad take. I actually agree with that. What? Drew Holden and Matt Wallace need to stop sucking the long dick of neoconservatism that aims to resurrect the wacko loon Puritan ideas that made a generation hate right wings in the first place. That's not a bad take. That's a good take. None of these are bad takes. You're a bad take. You have a bad take. Both of these are very good take. And speaking of neoconservatism, or the Puritans, the TradCon Puritans. I don't need to say anything. I don't think I need to say anymore. It speaks for itself. it speaks for itself. That image speaks for itself. What is this? What fucking children have you seen that look like this? Also, oh, these are the near replicant characters. Near characters of my timeline pedo. Wow. Apparently, if you like characters from Nier, not just Automata, but the other Niers, that makes you a pedo? Apparently, the characters are 17 and 20. Oh, how dare they? How dare people like 17 years old and 20-year-old characters? She's 17, the youngest in game, and would legally be an adult in most cases. She also looks like a grown-ass woman. Even the people who argue loli is as bad as child porn that involves real children know how to pick characters who look like children. That's actually a good point. The mental gymnastics these weebs have to justify lusting over a 17-year-old anime girl. Excuse me, what the fuck is wrong with that? It's a fictional character. It's a fictional fucking character. 17 is legal in a lot of places. I don't know, just... Ladies and gentlemen, no, thanks. I'm not thanks. Why, Mia, why you tag me on this? Why do you tag me on this? Say, hey, VTuber Appa when? I'm not going this shit. Sorry, I'm not doing this shit. I've already expressed my opinion on the VTuber stuff. I'm not really that much of a fan. And now you're telling me that, hey, I have to do VTubing stuff. I have to audition for this shit? Nah, fam, I'm good. Audisi VTuber Hololive Indonesia. Menuju panggung yang baru dalam tampilan virtual. It means going to the next stage, going to the new stage in a virtual look. Hololive Production is the virtual YouTuber agency well known in Japan with the focus of content creator and live streaming, such as gaming, singing, drawing, and many more. Mari bergabung bersama Hololive Indonesia. Join Hololive Indonesia. Nah, fam, I'm good. No thanks. I'm moving on. Appa not liking Hololive. Appa is a normie. Well, clearly you haven't seen my last video. Anyway. This, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I have expressed my opinions on the VTuber stuff. I said a lot of times that I'm not really that much of a fan. I've seen their clips, but it's not really my thing. It's not really that my thing, but I can tell you this for sure. I think the fans, if they like this sort of stuff, good for them. That's freaking amazing. You like cute anime girls? Well, I do have some soft spot for cute anime girls as well. Not exactly something that I would consume all the time, but there's that. And then you got people on the other side of the spectrum. If you like this sort of stuff, that means you are contributing into child predator behaviors. That means you are contributing into pedophilia and everything and all of those things. And what more? What? And what better person would want to illustrate this point better than a freaking e-girl known as Brittany Fenty? First off, before we go on into this particular segment of this video, I want to let you all know that this person, she's doing this for attention. I recommend you all to not give her any attention in social media that she frequently goes to because she's fucking striving for it. She wants you to get angry. She wants you to click on her videos. She wants you to look at her tweets, etc., etc. Don't do that. Please do not do that. If you do that, you're playing by her hands. You're playing by her rules. She pretty much won. She gets to play the victim card. She gets to call harassment. She gets to call you. She's gonna cite your messages and your DMs and say, oh, I have been harassed. I have been harassed. I have been called out. I have been told. I have been attacked with a lot of hate messages for accusing VTuber fans of being pedophiles. I am the victim, though. I am the victim. But I am the victim. I'm the one being harassed. Seriously. But that's what she wanted. She not only poked the hornet's nest, she kicked the hornet's nest, she punched the hornet's nest, she took a shit on the hornet's nest, she ate the hornet's nest, and then she pretend cry when the hornets come to sting back at her. Seriously. But that's what she wants to do. Shaq donated $4.11. Yo, Appa, morons, we morons. Those people will continue to be who they are until the end of time. I'm supposed to use money for Fate Go, but I'm giving it to you all because you're my 3D VTuber. Also, Brittany is like Pokey, a cloud chaser. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. But seriously, she made 3 freaking videos. Recently, she just posted a new video talking about how the big problem and everything like that. This is her second video, right? She talks about holo sims and the predator problem. People simp on this freaking anime girl who looks like a shark. Oh no, God forbid that people like anime girls. God freaking forbid. But it actually contributes into pedophilia. It actually contributes into child molestation predators. If you like this sort of stuff, that means it might lead you into other more horrific and awful things, etc., etc., etc. And then she proceeds to trash lolicons and shotacons and everything like that. You know, the one funny argument that she brought up on the video, actually there are several really bad arguments that she brought in the video, but the one thing that sticks out to me is when she said, well, these are lolicons and shotacons, these are drawing. Well, this is not lolicon, this is not a freaking shotacon, this is literally completely far from it. This is wholesome stuff. But when she's talking about lolicon and shotacon specifically, she talks about how it's a drawing. Everybody said it's a drawing. Well, I say it's a drawing of what, you might ask? Well, I say it's a drawing of freaking anime girls. It's a drawing of anime girls. Some of them might look like children. Some of them actually are children. But at the end of the day, it's a freaking drawing. Do you want to extend this to literally any other fictional content? Oh, you play Among Us? Among Us, it's a video game. A video game of what? It's a video game of you betraying your friends and manipulating your friends and backstabbing your friends. How awful! How dare you? Why is this video game? You know, that's a very easy moral panic there. Easy moral panic. Doom. It's a video game. What? You shoot demons. Oh, it's a video game where you shoot people? Where you shoot demons? That's horrible. It's a video game where you rip demons off? That's horrible. They should be banned. That's basically the conservative arguments back in the 90s. That's why they banned Doom in the 90s, which is fucking stupid. But that's how it is, the moral panic these days. But yeah, anyway, everything is problematic. If we're gonna go with that argument, I can play that argument too. But she actually goes on a lot more stupid arguments than that. But let's get to some of them. Gargura, a VTuber that looks, sounds, and acts like a prepubescent child, regularly retweets sexually charged fan art of her on her official Twitter account. Okay, what are the images? This endorsement exposes her audiences made of kids and adults to normalizing the sexualization of children. Okay, what are the tweets? It's just a picture of her and you see the back of her thighs. What's wrong with that? I don't get what's wrong with this. This is tame as fuck. It's not like she's being gang raped or anything. Did she actually retweet pictures of her being gang raped or any porn of her? Because they have porn of her if already existed. This is the mildest fucking shit. Come on, y'all. And this one, I couldn't find this one. Apparently, I don't know, the artist might have deleted it. I have no idea. I couldn't find this one specifically. But seriously, this is tame. This is tame as fuck. I've seen much worse images than this. Seriously. Why can't I just like cute things? Starter pack. Then, this is the point on the last video as well. She compares the holo sims to bronies who, you know, couldn't distinguish between fiction and reality, or you know, they have this role-playing shit. This RP, this motherfucker who kiss a pony. Yeah, these guys are fucking cringe. So fucking what? These guys are cringe, so what? These people are cringe. I don't see why we should be concerned of people being cringe. People being cringe on the internet all the time. Have they ever actually harmed real children in real life? Have they actually done any harm in society? You can call out people for being cringe, but that doesn't make them child predators. That doesn't make them pedophiles. That just makes them cringe. Jesus. Who holo sims think they're simping versus who they're actually simping. I don't get it. I don't get why they're simping towards an anime girl. The anime girl is being backed up by a corporation who actually makes stuff. You know, just because corporations make stuff doesn't mean they're bad. Corporations are not bad just because they're corporations. Corporations are bad because they do bad things. And so far, HoloLive has been providing entertainment for people. Wholesome entertainment for people. God forbid. God fucking forbid HoloLive provides wholesome entertainment for everybody. God fucking forbid. Jeez. Jesus, I got the corona. But anyway, there's another tweet that I want to cite on. I didn't actually get it. Anyway, Brimka has donated $1. Like Count Dankula has said, if men prefer 2D to you, that is not a bad reflection on men. That is a bad reflection on e-thoughts. Women need to realize how embarrassing it looks to be jealous of 2D. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. You know what? I'm just going to move on to the next tweet. After this one. What about, anyway, they went after actual child porn. What about the actual sexual abuse lolicon causes to real children? Keep misrepresenting the argument because you know you're wrong. Okay, hold on. The actual sexual abuse lolicon causes to real children. Name me one lolicon that actually causes abuse to real children. Well, she did. She named this person named Tsutomu Miyazaki. So I went on to the article that actually talked about it. I got this article. Sordid serial killing case exposes the other side of innocence in Japan by this particular writer at September 9, 1989. 1989, Niba, what the flip? Niba, 1989. What kind of sources? 1989. What year is this? Are you seriously citing an article from 1989? Okay, fine. 1989. Shaq donated $5. Yagoo, everyone should shim for Yagoo. It's the guy besides Gura. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep him coming. But seriously, 1989. I wasn't even born yet that time. Marty, get back to the DeLorean. Jeez. Tokyo, accustomed to an antiseptic and relatively crime-free society, the Japanese are choking on their breakfast this summer. Banner newspaper headlines are screaming at them about new details in a gruesome case of serial murder. 3 little girls, aged 4 to 5, were the victims. The accused perpetrator is a young man characterized by the mass media as a depraved loner and camera buff with a predilection for cartoons, kiddie pornography, and splatter videos. So not only this guy is into lolicon and kiddie pornography and cartoon pornography and pornography stuff, this guy is into snuff. This guy is already cuckoo. It's already cuckoo in the head. It's not because he watches cartoons or kiddie pornography. He's already fucking cuckoo in the head. Nibba. Jeez. And the latest revelation is that Tsutomu Miyazaki, 27, the murder suspect, confided to police after 4 weeks of interrogation that he killed the girls to fulfill his necrophiliac fantasies. Cuckoo. He's already fucking cuckoo. How is this? Do you seriously think that this applies to the article cited? Oh, I don't know. Let's get to the what was the Suka Post estimate that 300,000 at the time, right? At the time, there's 300,000. That's a lot. That's a lot of people who like lolicon stuff at 1989. Out of like 300,000 people, there's one of them who went on to a killing spree and kill children and actually get into really depraved stuff. I don't see why this is an issue. This is just one person. There are a bunch of gamers actually. There are also people who play video games. People who watch PewDiePie. There's the shooter who watched PewDiePie and said subscribe to PewDiePie and went on to actually kill people. Does that make every subscriber of PewDiePie a school shooter or a potential school shooter? I don't get it. It's a very arbitrary. A lot of these anti-lolicons put a very arbitrary freaking effect. It's very, very arbitrary reason in why certain people become predators or certain pedophiles become predators. That they always focus on the lolicon because they have an irrational fear about this, and that the more and more they try to blame lolicon and shotacon stuff, it only highlights their own personal bias to this entire thing. But it goes on. There's more. There's also this. I think you guys remember this. I think I talked about this on the stream a while ago. A stream, but it's been a while since this one. Child molester caught in Florida church blames anime for his actions. This guy is already freaking messed up. Do you have children? Keep them away from anime. Yeah, this is the same as when there was that freaking Indonesian there was this Indonesian group. I think I talked about this back in 2017. There's this Indonesian group on Facebook that share, it's called Loli Candy, right? This Loli Candy group shares a bunch of very explicit pictures, like actual child pornography. Like actual child pornography being shared on Facebook, being shared on WhatsApp. The admins of the group got arrested. And then one of the admins got interviewed and say, well, we initially started off sharing anime pictures. No, you didn't. You actually did not start off as sharing anime pictures. It's literally proven. There's a screenshot where you say, child porn is allowed. Go ahead and spread child porn in this group. You did not start off as a fucking anime, a fucking sharing website. No, you fucking don't. You are the one blaming anime fans. It's the same as this. This guy blames anime for his actions. No, anime is the one that caused this. And the normies just take it. The normies just freaking believe, oh, it's anime. Okay, this guy says it's anime. This guy, a pedophile, say it's anime who caused it. Therefore, we should ban all the animes. Seriously. It's a bit more nuanced than that, fam. Jeez. Justin Hughes 31 allegedly attacked. Yeah, you get the idea. So there's also this. This is the one that Brittany Venti cited on her video. You know, she cited, well, this is a pedophile who said, I initially started my interest looking at anime-style images depicting childlike characters, and this led me down a slippery slope towards seeking more real and graphic images. Well, then Brittany went on to say, well, this pedophile says that he started off on anime images and then eventually proceed into becoming an actual pedophile. Huh? There you go. Prove my point. That's my point exactly. That's my point right there. Straight from the horse's mouth. Well, Brittany, I can also show you many other pedophiles who not only have never touched anime, they don't even know how to set up Wi-Fi on their fucking phone. And yet they still go on and rape a bunch of children. They are actually doing much worse things than this dude. I too can do confirmation bias. Seriously. But anyway, and then there's this, which is the recent stuff. They got reported everywhere. And funnily enough, I initially thought, well, that's horrible. Why is this guy being arrested for having dojins? And then I actually Googled his channel, and then I found out the real truth behind the entire thing. Shane Andrew Lene, who streamed himself having sex with a childlike sex doll. Okay, first off, why the fuck would you do that? Why would you do that? Well, seriously, I am I'm into degenerate stuff, and even I don't want to do fucking that. Stream himself having sex with a childlike sex doll. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Seriously, as from one weeb to another, what the fuck are you doing? Jailed for importing child exploitation material. A YouTuber who once streamed himself having sex with a childlike doll for the shock value. Oh, sure. It's for the views, right? Was caught by police with some very disturbing images. Now, a lot of the people who, you know, share the story of the article, they share the part where the dude has like a YouTube channel that talks about anime. He has like 650, got a bunch of hentai images and comics, etc. But what they didn't, or at least what they didn't found out at the time, at least, is the fact that the dude also has real child porn. So let's just get to the news here. A ponytail gamer who streamed video of himself having sex with a child doll will spend a year behind bars. Adelaide man Shane Andrew Lune was also caught with drawings of children and adults engaged in acts of bestiality and imported animated child pornography. Sentencing him in the district court on Wednesday, Judge Gerald Davidson said Lune also admitted he has a sexual interest in children. Seriously, dude. Over time, the 35-year-old developed an addiction to the animated material known as hentai. Yeah, it's pretty much just going to blanket. Yeah, hentai is the one that's causing this entire thing. But here's the thing. Here's the punchline, right? Sadly, however, it was not just material that was animated that you were found with. Judge Davidson said Lene was also found with a number of images of real children and real child abuse material. That is at the point where I have zero sympathy to you, and I think you should go fuck yourself. You should just die in a fucking volcano at that point. Jesus. What? Seriously. This is dumb. But yeah, for some reason, they are charging him for the 650 hentais that he have instead of, oh, I don't know, the real children and real child abuse material. Excuse me. Anyway, yeah, I just don't really have, I don't exactly have sympathy, especially when why are you live streaming yourself in a child sex? I don't get it. I don't get it. You're dumb. You're just dumb. Don't be like this person, please. Please do not be like this person, ladies and gentlemen. Do not actually, if you're into lolicon or shotokan stuff, do not, and I repeat, do not go into the depths of, hey, I want to wonder what child porn, what actual kiddie porn feels like. At that point, you're just a dumbass. At that point, you're just a fucking dumbass. And seriously, no. But I think lolicons and shotokons already know that. Most lolicons and shotokons already know that. They can know the difference between what's real and what's not. So I don't really have to tell you that. I think you all already know about this. But unfortunately, the normies, they don't know about this. They think that all lolicons and shotokons, they couldn't distinguish between what's fiction and reality. So when they consume the drawings, that means that they eventually will consume the real stuff. I just don't get it. But yeah. That's the same argument when a school shooter blames Call of Duty. It's a scapegoat to the actual problem. Video games have several objectives and porn has one. Studies have shown that convicted sex offenders were inspired by porn. Okay, citation needed. Citation needed on that one. Studies have shown that convicted child sex offenders were inspired by porn. Yeah, statistics have also shown that the reports of crime, the reports of sexual assault, or sexual crimes in general has decreased for a while now. And that was in the correlation of the increase of porn and the spreading of porn in general. So, how are you going to explain that? How do you feel about Dakimakuras? I have zero opinion on Dakimakuras. Why is child porn an exception? Do you have proof of this? Do you have proof of that? Then she eventually cited a bunch of stuff. So I guess Spyro and Fortnite are responsible for the Christchurch shooting, where you taught violence and extremism by video games, music, literature, cinema. Yeah, this is straight from the freaking Christchurch shooting. The guy said, Spyro the Dragon 3 taught me ethno nationalism, Fortnite trained me to be a killer, and the floss courses on my enemies. No. Okay, this is straight from the guy. This is straight from the freaking Christchurch guy. Just because this guy said he's inspired by video games doesn't mean that video games actually cause violence. Actually, no, he disagrees with that. Shaq donated $3.89. Appa, these articles are sensationalist in nature. They don't care about showing objective truth, just clicks. Nowadays, it's apparently cool to blame anime for how fucked up these pedos are. Anyway, fuck the police and fuck shitty reporters. Oh shit, I forgot 6760 donated one. Donated $1. Let me replay that. Sounds like the otaku murder, aka the rat man who has freakish looking hand. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Cernotropolis donated $3. This seems like the argument against hentai is predicated on the notion of pre-crime and fought crime. They seem to have taken novels like 1984 and Minority Report as an instruction manual instead of a warning. Yeah, that's the thing. These are all, at this point in time, these are all thought crimes. The thought of people having sexual fantasies with these childlike anime figures. These are all thought crimes. They haven't really done anything wrong. The moment they are wrong is when they actually have pictures of real children. They should have handed that to the police straight up, because real children are actually being abused at that process. Or Netflix should just be canceled because they do cuties in January. What the fuck, Netflix? Seriously. We talk about that. Amazing how you ignore that porn causes sexual violence. Okay, hold up. Porn causes sexual violence and bring up something unrelated. See below. So she cited a bunch of studies. I suppose these are studies straight up from the porn myth. How do you call it? The NoFap guys. These are studies from the NoFap guys who make studies talking about how porn makes your brain rot so much to the point where if you consume so much porn, that increases your chance to cause sexual violence towards other people, towards specific people. It's pretty much the same as those studies that talk about how video games actually raise your aggression level. Yeah, no shit. If I play a video game and it's a very high action, very tense, high octane action video game, over the top action video game, of course my adrenaline's gonna spike up. It's a freaking action video game, especially if it's a hard action video game. My adrenaline's gonna spike up. The aggression's gonna spike up. That's what happens if you play video games. These studies are just it's bogus studies taken from biases that are completely sources that are completely biased. But I also have other articles. If you have sources that conform with your belief, I also have sources that conform with my belief. I'm just gonna let you to decide on which one to believe. I got this one. This is a 2011 article, so it is pretty old. It's 9 years old. But I still want to bring this up. So, the Freakonomics of smut. Does it actually cause rape? Comment. Does porn cause rape? It could do. Rape fantasies causing porn is a certainty. Yeah, it's the same thing, okay? It's possible. It is possible for somebody who likes VTubers to commit actual real crimes. The same way it is possible for anybody to commit real crimes. Anybody can commit real crimes and then they just somehow become a fan of something. Like somebody who is in a VTuber community, they can actually commit real crime in the real world. Does that mean that it's because of the VTubers? No. Somebody can rape somebody and they can frequently watch porn. Does that mean that porn caused it? It's the weird. It's not the cause. You're focusing on the wrong cause. There are many more nuances and conversations that can be had in why people commit certain things. But Well, clearly they just want to blame it's the moral panic. It's the moral panic argument. They just want to blame it on one thing so that it makes it easy. They don't want to talk about the serious issues, other more nuanced discussions about this sort of stuff and why people commit this murder, why people commit murder, why people commit sexual assault, why people commit pedophilia, why people become pedophiles in general. They don't want to talk about the real reason, because when they talk about the real reason, they expose, the actual truth of the situation. They have to be responsible and everything like that. Whereas if you just blame it on anime, if you just blame it on video games, if you just blame it on a VTuber, it's a lot easier. You can finally have a scapegoat. We can finally have something to blame. That means that if that thing is banned, if this particular thing is banned, our problems will be solved. Anyway, there's not much actual evidence that it does, that seeing graphic representation of sex, even violent sex, increases the acting out of violent sex scenes. Yeah, seriously. The one part that I want to focus on is this. There were 2.7 rapes for every 1,000 people in 1980. By 2004, that same survey found the rate has decreased to 0.4 per 1,000 people, a decline of 85%. So, at the span of freaking decades, the crime rate in general has dropped down at this time where video games have risen up. You know that statistics where I've showed this statistic many times, how violent crime has gone down, video game raises sales have gone up. It's also the same thing here. Porn has gone up. The distribution of porn is a lot easier as time goes on. Actually, it's made even more accessible. It's easier and made more accessible. Anybody can access porn these days. And yet, sexual crime and sexual reports have gone down compared to back then. Seriously, I'm not saying that it's correlation and causation are not the same thing, but at first glance, we'd have a hard time claiming that the greater availability of porn lead to more rapes, because if there are more porn, that means that people should sexually assault people more, right? So, yeah. Aiden Paladin has this data about this, and it proves your point too. Exactly. So this is just a simple Google search. This is a simple Google search. You can say this particular study that Brittany cited is about the behavior. It's about what it does to your brain. But my particular statistics over here is about the crimes in general, the sexual assault crimes in general. But okay, there's that. But then there's this too. This is a bit more extreme. Very, very extreme. But let's just read it. Following the effects of a new law in the Czech Republic that allowed pornography to a society previously forbidden to access it, allowed us to monitor the change in sex-related crime that followed the change. As found in all other countries in which the phenomenon has been studied, rape and other sex crimes did not increase. Of particular note is that this country, like Denmark and Japan, had a prolonged interval during which possession of child pornography was not illegal, and like those countries showed a significant decrease in the incidence of child sex abuse. So, apparently, more distribution of child porn has literally nothing to do with child sexual abuse. It has nothing to do with the statistics. It has nothing to do, it's not related to anything. Not that it's right to distribute child porn in general. Oh, fuck no. But seriously, why can't we just substitute that with drawings where children are not actually freaking harmed? If it's true that porn and rape are substitutes, are not complements even for pedophiles, then arguably the best method of reducing the harm done to children is to increase, not ban, the production of child pornography. Not child pornography, no. Fuck no, don't do that. Do not increase the production of child pornography. I don't want to do that. No, increase the production of lolicon stuff and shotacon stuff and drawings in general. At least they don't actually harm real life children. But it would be very brave politician indeed who was willing to act upon such a scientific thing. Now, this is one study. So again, maybe the study is wrong. Maybe the study is way too old and everything like that. But so is yours. I don't know. Because the thing is, we're throwing studies each other left and right. Here's a study that confirms my Here's a study that confirms my point. Here's my study that confirms my point. You got a study to confirm your point. Here's a study that confirms my point. We can keep on going back and forth throwing studies left and right. And I don't know, at the end of the day, I just don't know which one is right. But I still believe that I'm right. And I'm going to let you guys to decide which one is right at this point. So I'm just showing you all what I think. Yeah, she also made this meme, virtual child pornography lolicon, and then lolicon just coming in to get the FBI meme. Yeah, this is, I do this in my last video, in my VTuber video as a joke, in case you didn't get it. I was just joking. Actually, that was just a way for me to kink shame the lolicon, because I too engage in kink shaming. And I do think the lolicon should absolutely deserve to be kink shamed. And the way for me to kink shame the lolicons is if I tell them that they should get arrested by the FBI. But seriously though, Even, oh my god. Jeez. Doll. Oh my god. Akane. Yeah. Hello. Why do you be rude? That man on the right is Tanigo Motoaki. Yeah. This guy. Where's this guy? Yeah. He's just making a living just like you. My country made virtual YouTubers to bring joy to everyone, not start fights like this. I understand you from I understand that you are from the USA, and everything in the USA must be drama. Seriously. Oh my god. That's just. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what she does. She tries to bait everybody's attention. Now, I'm here trying to focus on the argument. I recommend any single one of you, if you're watching this, please do not give her any hate messages. You're playing by her hands. If you give her a hate message, she can absolutely use your hate message. She have used your hate message as a proof that she has been harassed, she has been doxxed, she has been dogpiled, she has been etc., all of that. So yeah. Don't do that. But it goes on and on. It's this the stupidest fucking hoopla in general. This is dominating my freaking week. I'm just getting tired of it. Listen up. If you're worried about protecting children and concerned about pedophilia, then instead of wasting time worried about lolly drawings, please spend some time bringing awareness to the ever-growing problem of real child pornography that is prolific on Twitter. Yes, true. This 100% freaking this. Also, Netflix, for fuck's sake, delete yourself. Delete your entire fucking website, Netflix. Jesus Christ. This is like telling Black Lives Matter to stop focusing on police brutality because violence within their own communities is doing more damage.
What?
What? No? What? What the? What? Wait. What? that. Hold on. Both of them are real things. Both of them are fucking real things. Okay? I think both the police brutality and violence within the community, they are both real things that should be addressed. Whereas one is real children being sexually exploited, and the other one are drawings where children actually are not exploited. So again, that is completely not unrelated. This is just completely unrelated to each other. This is not unrelated. I don't get it. But anyway. And then she goes on. Because lolicons are normalizing, sexualizing the depictions of children among the youth successfully, and nobody is talking about it. Why are you trying to draw attention away from it when we should bring attention to both? Okay. Hold on. We should bring attention to both. Why? Why should we bring attention to both? We should bring more attention to the real stuff instead of the fake stuff. Because the fake stuff doesn't tell us shit. Okay, people can be, there are two possibilities that are true. There are lolicons that haven't committed, that have never committed crimes to children. There are lolicons that have. Those two possibilities are true. And we have seen from the examples previously that it is more likely for lolicons to not actually be a pedophile. The ones that are already fucked in the head in the first place. So, because one affects real people more. Exactly. Actually, lolicons by definition are pedophiles because they are sexually aroused by the thought of children. All pedophiles are a danger to society. They also groom kids because, okay, hold on a second. I need a citation on lolicons grooming children because even in the previous examples, I don't really see one where they groom children. Even in previous examples, I don't see any of them grooming children or be related to children in general. Unfortunately, they just... Oh, okay, hold on. This one maybe. For his action, he got molesting a 3-year-old girl. This guy's grooming children. But well, what about the rest of the lolicons? Have you seen any lolicon that groom children in real life? All pedophiles endanger society. They also groom kids because in their view, they're just shotas and lolis. You are invading many victims. It's a psychiatric condition, so if you're going to define it, then through dictionary definition away and use the medically correct one. My abuse is not and should not be compared to a drawing. You are... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. I do remember remember that part in the video, Brittany, where you brought up a child sexual abuse victim and you brought up their DM and you shared that DM to everybody and you used that child sexual abuse victim and say, hey, this child sexual abuse victim agrees with my point. Therefore, you are wrong. Well, here is a child sexual abuse victim and he agrees with my point. So which one is it? I too can do confirmation bias, Brittany. So this is confirmation bias. A lot of this is confirmation bias. Many victims are children groomed and killed by lolicons. You just cited one example. The one example that I showed previously. The one from 1989. That's one example. And they don't deserve to be invalidated because they weren't abused enough in your opinion. I think they should be fucking king-shamed. I think they should be fucking king-shamed. But that's it. That's about as far as I can get. Not call them pedophiles. Also, Hololive girls are whatever. Wow. Hololive girls are 100% not child porn, and to argue that is pure insanity. Fucking the quartering. The fucking quartering of people. The quartering makes a good fucking point. I am actually amazed. You just made the quartering to actually say something base for once on this stream specifically. Don't get me wrong, quartering has said a lot of things that I agree with, but seriously, for this particular stream, I usually show his drunk takes, and for once, he actually made a good take. Criminal imagination, donated $5. Immediate red flag argument. You are selfish. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Also, you are selfish, Brittany. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, Brittany. It's very big glass houses you got there. I agree their YouTube streams are not child porn. Okay, then what the fuck is the issue? Why are you complaining? However, Gargura, in an example, looks, acts, and sounds like a prepubescent girl. Has retweeted on her account fan out of her in panties. I have to censor it, but I'll put the link in reply. This is sexualizing children. Okay. So? Okay, so fucking what? I don't understand why this isn't. Why are you this? This is not an issue. Well, people are not really focusing on their freaking fan arts. Did Gargura, the official account, actually retweet fan art where she got gangbang? The fan arts that I've seen that she retweeted are tame as fuck, and you linked to it. By this logic, by your metric, you just shared child porn. By your metric, you shared child porn. Oh, but I'm sharing it for commentary purposes. I mean, you shared child porn. You have put this standard, this arbitrary standard that lolicon and shotacon stuff are child porn. Well, you have shared child porn, Brittany. You actually shared some really fucked up stuff on your video. You went into Pixiv. You went to Pixiv and you went into Pixiv and you looked for lolicon and shotacon and you are shocked to find lolicon and shotacon. and then you went to the comments and you are shocked to find that there are people who are horny on that. Oh no! People are being horny on freaking porn, websites. How horrible! Don't get me wrong. Yeah, these people are horny to actual like anime children being drawn, but I've seen people being horny on the stupidest stuff. There are much worse things that people get horny at. There are much worse than that. Seriously, is this the first time that you're into internet, Brittany? Because this is tame shit. Seriously. And then here comes another one. Oh my god. I find this very... You see, Brittany is an anti-SJW. She does make anti-SJW content, anti-feminist content as well, which is very ironic when she went on the defensive. When she mocked a bunch of people, she practically acted like Anita Sarkeesian except for the weebs, except for anime. She practically acted like her, and she accused everybody of being pedophiles. A lot of people who like Gargura to be pedophiles, or that they are normalizing sexualization of children. She accused them of that, and then she went on to cry harassment, exactly like fucking Anita Sarkeesian. Exactly like a fucking feminist would. She plays the feminist fucking card game. And yet she criticized feminists for doing this entire thing. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Brittany is relentless in her assault on her perversion, and I love to see it. Check the quote tweets anime profiles on Suicide Watch. Yeah, this person is also an anti-SJW account, I suppose. Tweets anti-SJW stuff. Don't you just find it amazing, ladies and gentlemen? Don't you just find it absolutely amazing that a lot of anti-SJW people or individuals in general, they just eventually go so far into the anti-SJW sphere to the point where they become the Puritans. They become the original Puritans. So, yeah. Convincing the world that furries are more degenerate than weebs is the greatest trick the devil pulled. Are you seriously? Are you for 100% fucking real gonna tell us that furry? Oh, by the way, if you want, actually, I'm going to do the reverse on Brittany Venti. You might want to go to his account. You might, because he likes to block people. If you go to his account, you tweet messages at him, he might block you. But regardless, point is, are you seriously telling me that furries are much better than weebs? I think you're wrong, fam. I think you are fucking wrong. I think you're fucking wrong. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing about furries, right? Here's the thing about furries. We've seen a lot of furries commit degenerate stuff. If you haven't seen Internet Historian video, Internet Historian made the video about the rainforest, the rainforest. Basically, it's a furry convention, and the furries done absolutely degenerate stuff. There are furries throwing their diapers to everywhere. There are furries actually ruining baths. Furries having orgy sex everywhere, etc., etc. Just disgusting, degenerate stuff at public space. It's to the point where the con in general, no other hotels don't want to attend those cons and everything like that. And then you got the zoophiles, the actual zoophiles are the furries who actually commit a crime to animals. But the thing is, despite all of those actions, I do not blame all of those actions on the drawings of furries. Like if there's a freaking nude picture of, say, I don't know, Judy Hopps from Zootopia, for example, that's not the cause. That's not the reason why furries become, well, that. Furries are already that. It's just that they use furry content and furry stuff to, vent, or I suppose vent, or, that's just what they like, I suppose. They got attracted to this sort of stuff. But that doesn't necessarily mean that furry content is the one that caused them to become it. It's a bit of a reverse. It's the same as lolicons and shotacons. Lolicons and shotacons have existed. There are pedophiles who like lolicons and shotacons, but it doesn't mean that it was the lolicons and the shotacons that caused the pedophiles to become the pedophiles. But seriously though, gotta agree with some of the people replying. This is friendly fire. Too many of these people are friends. This is what happens when a jealous woman that isn't spoken for is allowed to give opinions of what men like. Too many friends are porn addicts. Oh, you're one of those, aren't you? You're one of those. You are one of those. The anti-porn, the Gab guys, the Gab Tradcon anti-porn guys, who say porn is bad. Porn is really bad for you guys. It messes up with your brains, etc., etc. Even though, as we have shown previously, not only that porn reduce sexual assault in general, not only reduce, but porn, the increase of porn, the increased digital distribution of porn happens at the same time as the reduction of crime rates in general. So you won't solve porn addiction by censoring it. I live in a third world country where porn is bad, but it's more relevant than any other country that doesn't censor it. Never said anything about censoring. Yeah, that's what the feminists said as well. We never said anything about censoring video games. We're only talking about how video games are bad for you, are sexist and misogynistic and immoral. We never said anything about censoring. We're just saying that video games are bad and immoral and sexist and racist and everything like that. So that when we make the conclusion that these kinds of elements in video games are immoral, therefore the one way for you to fix it is to censor it. Seriously. Dude, you have a weird blind spot when it comes to porn when you make incredibly stupid, short-sighted statements. We get it, you don't like porn, don't let it turn you into a dumbass. What blind spot? What short-sighted statement? What the fuck are you talking about, Coon Brain? The Ghost of Gamergate passed away at $5. No messages, but thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Keep it coming. But if there are actually messages, you might want to redo that one. But anyway, your last retarded statement was porn isn't free speech because you can't hold a giant picture of porn in a park or some shit. You've consistently made dumb fucking arguments. Okay? How is porn isn't free speech because you can't hold a giant picture of porn in a park or some shit? How is it wrong? Well, allow me to explain to you why that is wrong, right? just because you cannot display that in a park, in a public park, doesn't mean it's not free speech. By this metric, The Wolf of Wall Street, which not only features Margot Robbie's freaking tits, not only feature Margot Robbie freaking naked, butt naked. Okay, that it also featured Jonah Hill jerking off his fucking dick. If I show that to the public, I can't show that to the public because obviously I can't. It's an R-rated fucking film, but that's not free speech. Why? Because I don't know. Apparently, films are not free speech. R-rated films are not free speech because you can't show it in public anymore. You cannot show The Wolf of Wall Street in public because obviously, why the fuck would you? But you can do it in movie theaters where you can pay them and people have age verifications and everything like that to see the stuff. Because you see, the thing about free speech, all right? The thing about free speech is that we also have free speech and then there are other laws as well. Okay, there are other laws. We are free to express ourselves by drawing naked pictures of some other guys or something along those lines. But seriously, we can do all of that. Free speech allows you to do that, but that doesn't mean that you can expose that to children. There are laws that prevent you from exposing pictures of that. You can freely express yourself by making naked pictures on OnlyFans, but if you expose that to children, that's straight up crime. There are other laws that prevent you from doing this free speech stuff. It's not all 100% free. It's not, oh my, everything is free, therefore everything is allowed. It's a very narrow definition of free speech. So anyway, criminal imagination, it's $2. Okay, time to get a Tommy gun. Gotta prepare the Al Capone of age prohibition. Seriously, this is the age prohibition. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Something can be free speech but also banned in public. Yes! Yes! Something can be free speech but also banned in public. You know what got banned in public? Hatred, the video game, got banned once at a point, and then it got released again. Omega Labyrinth Z got banned in Australia. A lot of games are banned in Australia. Does that make them not free speech because they're banned in Australia? Seriously? Yes, something can be free speech but also banned in public. The public, a lot of countries ban stupid shit. That doesn't make them not free speech because they're banned. A lot of countries ban porn. That does not make... A lot of countries ban certain films. That does not make them not free speech. So, seriously. Actually, I find a little flaw in that argument. With theaters have age ratings, sometimes they don't enforce it 100%. Look at what happened with Sausage Party. That's one example. In general, they do enforce it. But anyway, what is this? This is a tweet with a child pornography use and internet solicited diagnosis of pedophilia. Okay, this is another bogus study. I can also show you studies that counteract my argument. We can just go on and on about this. Here's a study that confirms my point. Oh, here's a study that confirms my point. We can go on and on about this. A lot of people replied to this term pretty clearly do not understand the term predictive validity. Predictive validity. Okay. So are you telling me that people who consume, this is pretty much thought crime? People who consume this sort of stuff, the virtual child pornography or the lolicons and the shotacon stuff, are you saying that they eventually proceeded to the real stuff? Again, it's not a thing, but also here is you live in BC, play PS3, dumb dilly D. Okay, yeah. See, I'm just gonna prove the point that this guy is an anti-SJW. He's posted a Gamergate and shit, all of that. And he also makes fun of the anime profile pictures. I cope by showing my face. You cope by hiding yours, they, them. Oh, wow. Pronouns in the bio. Fucking ownage right there. Well, you know, this is actually one of the very few times where pronouns in the bio own is not as good as it was. It's not as good as other own pronouns in the bio. Seriously. Actually, pronouns in the bio in general owns are not really that good. But seriously. I mean, who among us can really say they haven't thought about it at one point or another? Right, guys? This is an old tweet of him citing an article about how human on dolphin sex is not really that weird. Well, if you're into that sort of stuff, if you're into that degenerate stuff, good for you. But I don't call you a fucking zoophile for that shit. I don't actually call you a zoophile unless if you actually commit real animal abuse to actual animals. You have thoughts on fucking animals. That's degenerate as fuck. But I'm not calling you a zoophile for that. Seriously. The human thing to do would be to hire a dolphin hoe to handle that business. and this is assuming that this comment is serious. I don't think it is, but seriously. To be fair, I always say if you're going to do bestiality, at least make it heterosexual. Seriously? Seriously? Decent furries don't exist. Well, at least I can classify you as a furry. When you snorted a few bars and get your fursuit on, there's only one thing in your mind. That's smashing the Islamic State. Meet the Xanax-addicted, ketamine-peddling Yakuza tattoo artists living as furries and fighting ISIS in the streets of Lima. So, I don't get it. Decent furries don't exist. Okay, I'm not saying that there are no decent furries. Okay, what is this? Okay, yeah, let's see. He begged for girls to send him selfie signs on Facebook a few years back and has a pic of one with best goy or something scribbled on his forehead because a girl asked him to do it in exchange for one. What the What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Are you serious? Are you for real, dude? Are you seriously? Oh man, actually went on to write best goy on the freaking forehead just to actually, what the fuck are you doing? Been seeing a lot of these during the great lolicon exodus of 2020. A depressed dude, I don't care about your morals, looters of loli. How fucking flat she is, goddamn, that's all. Seriously though. Says the furry. And then somebody here says the furry. And then immediately got blocked. Actually, if you went onto his Twitter and you reply to a bunch of his stuff and say, oh, I actually like lolicons and shotacons and I think you're wrong, you probably get blocked. So, well, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Anti-SJWs. The state of anti-SJWs or some of the anti-SJWs coming in. They become the Puritans except they go into the other side of the spectrum. Oh, it's not just the anti-SJWs. It's also the drama meme channels like Dame Pesos. Gentle reminder that lolicon is free speech and not the same as pedophilia. Pedophile and child porn is for real children. Comparing the two is disgusting and diminishes what actual victims go through. Yeah, that's actually true. This is true. This is a base take. Whatever you say, pedo. God damn it, Dame Pesos. Oh my god. Since you are so concerned with protecting children, perhaps you could use your account to bring attention to the mountains of actual child porn accounts that are all over Twitter. If you should run across actual child pornography, report here. Funnily enough, when I was browsing on Twitter, I was browsing on a certain trending page on Twitter. I just hate the trending page in general. But there was something on Indonesia. There was a certain hashtag that got trending in Indonesia. I browsed it, scrolled a couple, and I actually legit found child porn on Twitter. I just immediately straight went on fucking Twitter. I'm reporting not just the account, but just the tweet in general. Straight up reported it. Twitter went on to say the account that you reported is actually, yes, it's true. This person actually break the law. This person actually spread child porn. Good for you. You have reported everything like that. I have actually contributed a lot more to fighting against child pornography than a lot of these anti-lolicons do. For seriously though. Seriously. And of course, I don't get it. Why block people at this point? Why? I don't get why the blocking? Why the blockers in general? Jesus. Jeez. But yeah, it's funny. But also, since you all are going to give in confirmation biases, here's a person that agrees with my point. Here's a child sexual abuse victim that agrees with my point. Here's a pedophile that agrees with my point. Well, here's a piece of news that agrees with my point. And I'll let you all to decide which one is the correct one. Actually, the correct answer is, we don't know. We don't know. It could happen both ways. Somebody who consumes lolicon or shotacon can also be pedophiles. They can also not be pedophiles. It doesn't fucking matter. Someone who plays video games can be violent and can also not be violent. I mean, I play violent video games. If you punch me in the face, I will punch you back. Is that because I play violent video games? No. Seriously. But here you go. We got another news. Akamatsu Naoki being arrested again must be shocking for Twitter feminists. How about take this opportunity to think who is the real enemy of the women. Together, ex-member of the Hysteric Blue, Akamatsu Naoki, become feminist and left-wing activist after being released. So you got this person over here who was once arrested for raping 9 women. 9 women. And then he became born-again Christian or born-again feminist, I suppose. And then he made posts talking about how lolicons and shotacons and these video games that show anime girls, these are bad. These are bad. They're actually contributing more and more into the degeneracy of society and actually contribute more and more to the sexual violence of women. Even though sexual violence and sexual crime rates in general have gone down as the porn have gone up in the same way that violent video games have gone up in sales as crime rates have gone down. But anyway, yeah. He took the photo of the high school girl while raping, used it to call her rape again. It was an inhuman act. Despite being first offense, he was sentenced to prison without a stay of execution because of his cruelty. But after 10 years in prison, he became born-again Christian or born-again feminist that he will live for penitence. If he stops there, this would have become a talk about what's crime, what's punishment. But seriously, he began to attack moe illustration and lolicon males who did not commit the crime, who did not commit any crime. So you see, here is one of the example. We actually got, you guys might remember the Dr. Pizza hoopla. The guy who said anime is for pedophiles. And then the guy who actually went on proceed to actually sexually abuse children. The guy said anime is for pedophiles. And then he actually abused children in real life. It's the male feminists who are anti-anime, anti-this and that, who turned out to be an actual sex predator, who an actually child predator. Yeah, that happens quite a lot actually. The projectors. This is one of them. This is one of the cases where this happens. So again, it's not because of that. Anime is not the determinant factor. You can not like anime and still be a child predator. It's 100% possible. So why focus on that? I don't get it. It's because you want to have the scapegoat. You want to have something to blame. Because blaming anime is a lot easier than actually take responsibility of discuss the more nuanced conversation, why, etc., etc. Seriously. Despite raping 9, the one thing his true self was now discovered and begun to insult 2D moe characters and shouting "die" to lolicon. Yeah, obviously. That will definitely help. Go and own all of the pedophiles. Seriously. I don't see this as penitence. Penitence? Not only that, he made a sub account and there he made nasty comments to underground idols. Surprisingly, he got closer to Twitter feminists, going to dinner with them. Oh, of course. Attack moe, then lolicon while being nasty to underground idols and contact with Twitter. Yeah, the translation here is pretty bad, but it's not as good. But seriously, just bear with me on this. His second life was ended with the accusation at the beginning of this threat, revealing who he truly is. Initially, he tried to sue and pretend it was not him, but Tamika, a legendary Twitter feminist, confirming that same person was decisive. So, to put it short, the guy was arrested for raping 9 girls, and he got arrested for 10 years. After 10 years, he become a born-again feminist, and he went on to attack lolicons, he went on to attack moe images, he went on to attack idol groups, etc. And then, even after all of that, he didn't actually become a born-again feminist. Actually, depending on your definition, he actually did become a born-again feminist. A born-again male feminist who actually commit sexual crimes to real women. Then he disappeared from Twitter. But I don't know what happened after that since he was blocked by him. 1 year later, he was arrested. He was arrested again after he talked about how lolicons and shotacons and all of these moe shit are terrible. It's terrible. It's bad for you. You are a bad person if you consume all of that stuff, etc., etc., etc. He got arrested. So there you go. Anime is not the definitive 100% factor. Idols are not the definitive 100% factors. Lolicon or shotacon are not the definitive 100% factor in determining if one person is a pedophile. Somebody can consume that and be a pedophile. Somebody can consume that and not be a pedophile. It's absolutely possible. Both are possible. But apparently, a lot of people, the mindset of the normies is that if you consume that, then you are 100% likely that you are going to be that. That's what people are pissed off at. But seriously. Yeah. This is one of the examples. This is how Japanese lolicon infamy is exported. PS Vita game Omega Elaborate Z has been banned in America and Europe. The game that constantly lets you do little things. Actually, correction on that. This game got banned everywhere. Straight up. Banned everywhere. The game that constantly lets you do lewd things to the young female protagonist has been deemed problematic. Extreme expression that may have a negative effect towards children is finally being taken into consideration. Seriously. This guy went on a tirade against the anime girls and the moes and everything like that. But then he got arrested for the crime of actually going into the real life. I think you got your priorities backwards. You should be talking about going against the sexual activities, the criminal activities of sex crimes that are committed to real people in general, not, anime characters. Let's close this off with a freaking meme. When you say I don't have $5, what you say is I am so irresponsible with my money that I can't support the entertainment I enjoy. Yeah, I think you guys remember this. And then you got the Hololive VTuber. Guys, please don't donate to me if you can. Think about yourselves first. You've given me this enough already. Seriously though. Seriously, this is why VTuber is winning. This is why VTubers are winning. VTubers are not entitled. They don't show any sorts of entitlement. They don't show any sort. The characters are super fucking wholesome. They're super fucking wholesome. They even tell you straight up, you don't have to donate if you can't do that. Speaking of donate, hey, go donate to me. Links down below, Streamlabs, plugging, etc. But for real though, you also don't have to donate. If you actually have other pressing matters to, or other better ways to spend your money, do not actually donate to me. Just find a much better way to spend your money. But seriously though, seriously, this is why 2D rules, 3D girls are just not very good. If the Japs are gonna put this much degeneracy out into the world and turn our boys into pedos and pedo defenders, I think it's time we start lumping them in with the Chinese and the Jews and the effect they're having on the culture. God damn. God damn. Should I put crawling in there? Jeez. Nobody will agree with me because they produce the specific type of porn you like, and that's all that really matters. If you don't like Western porn or female aesthetic, you hate the Jews. Okay. That does warrant a freaking Okuyasu.
I heard it clear as day. This sick fuck said the N-word.
That does warrant an Okuyasu.
Racist.
Oh man, freaking the Jews. And finally, one more take from Brittany Venti, because I mean seriously, she makes really bad things. Men really think it's okay to live like this. It's a lot cleaner than my room, I can say for sure. I mean, oh, God forbid that man likes to have a very simple room. They just have a PS4 in there. They have a PS4 Pro and have a freaking TV and have a seat in there. I would just dump the seat. I'll go even further and just dump the chair in general. I just sit cross-legged in the freaking floor. It's efficient, cheap. I don't get it. It's right on the beach too. I mean, goddamn. It's right on the fucking beach. Yeah, but it's right on the fucking beach. Fuck yeah. I want to be here. I want to live here. Looks pretty awesome. Although I do want a desk. I would make a desk maybe in a freaking bed, but sure. Why not? What's your issue here? Because that's the thing. That's the thing about a lot of these VTubers. A lot of these political YouTubers, they kind of judge how people should live. If you watch porn, you're bad. You're a bad person. Your lifestyle is bad, and if you live like that, you're bad, etc., etc. It's just I don't get it. Also, what is this? Oh, Sims. Let's move on from the topic of e-girls and thoughts, and move on to. Well, actually, we don't move on to e-girls and thoughts. We already talk about e-girls and thoughts. No, we're actually talking about the Sims. Sims. Donating money to the Eagles and Thoughts. What you love to see. Okay, what is this? Shout out everyone here too, and everyone who got me stuff on my Amazon wishlist. Cute as fuck, thank you. Okay, what the fuck is this? Happy birthday, goddess. I just sent something in your way. I hope you... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're a day late. Also, Lamau, only $500 for my birthday. Oh my god. You're right, queen. I'm sorry. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, come on. Oh, for real. What? Yo, what? Come on. Oh, come on. Why $1,000 on? I need that $1,000. Come on. Why you give that $1,000 to her? I could have gotten that $1,000. Streamlabs link down below. Please, ladies and gentlemen. God damn. Why? What has this girl provided? What kind of content has this girl provided? What kind of service that this girl provided that warrants you to send 1,000 fucking... This is the price of a fucking console, of 2 consoles. Jesus. You could get a console and a couple of games in there. My god. You could get a good gaming PC with that shit. You might as well donate to me. I could get a gaming PC with this shit. Jeez. Teach me. I'm out here giving men my time and energy for free. Good for you. Good for you. Okay, so first thing is stop giving men your time and energy for free. I don't even reply a DM unless someone Venmos me first. Sub to me on Fanhouse. Wow. Screams like fucking entitlement. Now, I'm giving my money to the one place that's always provided me Wikipedia. Are you seriously gonna give money to Wikipedia, fam? Wikipedia, for the most part doesn't spread misinformation, but they do spread a lot. There are a lot of times they do spread misinformation. But okay, fine. Your money. If you want to donate to Wikipedia, go right ahead. But seriously, sex work is easily harder than being a doctor or lawyer. Are you for fucking real? Okay. Sex work is easily harder than being a doctor. Okay, Lucy. If you say otherwise, you're biased and lying because of your personal morals a threat. God damn it, just massacre everybody already. Why are you making bad things? You could just massacre, just cut off their fucking faces already. Jesus. Oh man, I'm moving on from that. That's just too much. That's too much freaking thread. Sony, we the gamers demand you to open up your wallet and start buying up the... No, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Don't do that. Please do not do that. We the gamers demand you to open up your wallet and start buying up devs games IP for... No. So let's all clap for Microsoft and just bravo, well played. And wait, just clap. The reason why we clap is because Microsoft bought ZeniMax. Microsoft bought Bethesda. Why are we clapping about that? It's because there's a possibility that a crossover between Master Chief and Doom Guy exists. Is that it? Is because your favorite characters from this IP is going to have a crossover and shit? I'm not really... I mean... If they can provide good games, sure, but it's at the end... Disney bought Star Wars, and look how that turned out. Anyway, so now back to Sony. We have heard rumors they want to acquire more developers for some time now, and thus it's time to duel. So WB Games seems to be off the market now, and that would have been cool, but now it's time for Capcom. It just makes sense after all. They have so many game properties that are just legendary in the gaming world. You know, Capcom can't survive by themselves without Sony's freaking help. Unfortunately, they screw up a lot of their fucking ports. The PC port. Capcom, why are you not giving us the special edition for the PC? Just dumb. But anyway, let's talk about this. Just for a bit, because this is the dumbest shit. So, remember when I said in the early parts of the stream where I said I just do not get people who pre-order hardwares in general? I do not get people who pre-order the Xbox Series X, people who pre-order the RTX 3080, 3090 graphics cards and everything, etc., etc. I don't get those people. You can still play video games just fine without all of those two things. But anyway, the Microsoft naming convention for the Xbox in general. You got the Xbox, you got the original Xbox, you got the Xbox 360, you got the Xbox One, and then you got the Xbox Series. You got the Xbox One S, you got the Xbox One S, you got the Xbox Series X, and then you got the Xbox Series S. Now, people got so confused by a lot of that to the point where they are actually pre-ordering an Xbox One X instead of an Xbox Series X. It's the freaking boomers. It's the freaking boomers. The sales rank up to the freaking up away in the freaking sky. Just goes to show to a lot of people that... Hold on a second. Either it's legit game. I do not believe for one goddamn second that it's the gamers who went on to buy the Xbox One X. And I do not believe that. What I do believe, what I absolutely 100% believe, it's the scalpers. It's the scalpers who have no idea what the difference between an Xbox Series X and an Xbox One X. They just like to scalp all of these hardwares. They don't know the difference, but they just like to scalp. So they buy a lot of these products in chunks so that they can resell them. You are scalping an Xbox One X. Well, funny if true. That is funny if true. But I don't know. That's just my speculation. The scalpers legit got duped on that one. on that one, if it's true. Yokoro donated $5. Song does not have the money like Microsoft. Sony doesn't have the money like Microsoft does, so they cannot buy studios like Microsoft does. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. But seriously, scalpers. You don't know what scalpers are? You don't know what scalpers are? Scalpers are people who buy like bunch of products, hundreds and hundreds of products, lots and lots of products, and then in order to make the stock not available, and once they're done, they're going to resell all of those products at a much higher price. So, for example, this one, for example, the Xbox Series X. There's a reason why people complain about scalpers. When the Xbox Series X, the PlayStation 5, right? The PlayStation 5 was sold for $499 for the disc version, right? So a bunch of these scalpers, they pre-order the PlayStation 5, they pre-order in like a bulk, like hundreds and hundreds of them, pre-order all of them. They apparently have the money to buy all of that. They buy all of those, and then once they're done, the stock is out. Once the stock is out, they're going to resell the PS5 that they bought in a much higher price, in say maybe $100 or maybe $100 price or $200, or some even go thousands and thousands of dollars for that because the pre-orders are out of stock. They made artificial scarcity. They tried to make things scarce. This is why scalpers in general, they're going to find a way to deal with it. The companies need to find a way to deal with these scalpers. These scalpers are fucking terrible. These scalpers are absolute fucking dog shit. They're cancer to the economy in general. But seriously. And here's a meme. Yeah. One Xbox, one Xbox, one Xbox box, one Xbox One, one Xbox One Xbox, one Xbox One X, one Xbox One Xbox, one Xbox Series X, one Xbox Series Xbox, one series of Xbox Series X, one series of Xbox Series Xbox. Yeah. But seriously though, this Microsoft, actual memes on the stream. I gotta give a big victory team on that. We actually have a meme on the stream. An actual meme on the stream. Twice in a row. God damn. Get big pats in my back. Actual memes on the meme stream. Seriously. My wife just got me this so I can bond with her boyfriend. Wait, what? Went straight to the comments to clear up the confusion, but I'm still scratching my head. His wife just got him this so he can bond with her boyfriend. NTR, y'all. What the fuck? Okay, what the fuck is this? I struck up a friendship with a coworker of mine because he seemed socially awkward and never went out of his way to make friends. We ended up finding out we had a mutual interest in Reddit, so he followed me. I like to shitpost when I'm bored, and one day when I was bored, I decided to shitpost on an unpopular opinion sub that Waluigi is sexy as hell. There was no point in it, I didn't structure it or put any effort at all, and it ended up getting removed anyway. I just want to see how some people on Reddit would react to a really weird post for some cheap laughs. Why did I did it? Shit, I don't know. Well, clearly you did it for the lulz. The next day, he said it was hilarious and we had a good laugh about it. I go back to work thinking that it was the end of it. It was not. Oh. He started making sexual comments about Waluigi at the weirdest times possible, like when customers were nearby, managers were nearby, or I was just trying to focus on doing my job. One time, I ran into him while stocking shelves and asked how he's doing, and he said, good, but it'd be better if Waluigi were railing my asshole right now. Okay. While a customer was standing 10 feet away. The customer heard it, but thankfully just made a weird face and laughed. Seriously, I quietly told him to not say things like that when customers were around, but he laughed and walked away. Oh no. I am betting that this person have issues. Sometimes at random moments he'd come up behind me and moan wah in my ear, catching me off guard. Every time I tell him to cool it, he would say nothing, laugh, and I get back to work. When it started off and a lighthearted shitpost was beginning to escalate into full-blown Waluigi erotica. Oh man. One day, he came up to me and said, I have something I think you'd like, and lifted up his uniform to show a Waluigi shirt he'd had on and underneath while licking his lips and looking me dead in the eyes. sus. I'm sus. That's very, very sus. That is very, very sus. That is very, very sus. Oh man, I told him he was taking this way too far. I don't actually think Waluigi is sexy and he needs to stop. He said it's okay to be in denial. Laugh and walk away. What? 4 days after the incident, he handed me a folded sheet of paper while I was helping a customer and said, "This is really important," and walk away. I finished helping the customer and then opened the paper. It was a drawing he made of Waluigi getting doggy style by Bowser. For some reason, had a dick bigger than his entire body. This wasn't some messy sketch he scribbled on paper or two. He put effort into this. I told him to fuck off and stop being creepy. Okay, he was thrown off a few minutes later. His sister, who also worked at the grocery store, came up to me and cussed me out, claiming I was a horrible person. I explained to her the entire situation and she said he has special needs. Oh, that explains everything. I said having special needs isn't an excuse to be creepy, and I politely told him multiple times that what he was doing was inappropriate. She called me ableist and then stormed off. Am I the asshole? Not really. Honestly, not really. I mean, both of you are clearly working in the freaking store and you have to be as professional as you can. And the guy straight up sent porn in a form of a freaking piece of paper on you. That's not exactly professional. That's not exactly professional. And yeah, I think that guy over there, he may have special needs, but seriously though. For all the curious individuals wondering what the drawing looked like, you're in luck. I threw the drawing away, but apparently he texted a copy to me the day before this whole incident. I think he printed it out and brought it to work because he sends me a ton of messages every day and I rarely respond to them at all. Seriously. Okay, well, at least that got a laugh out of me. Well, if he's the one who actually drew this, I gotta give him props. He put effort into this, so good for him, but god fucking damn. Oh man. Yeah, I think they deliberately made Luigi to look like that because Luigi got this is dumb. Imagine Bowser's big fucking dick rammed straight out of Luigi's freaking butthole, and Luigi has that big tiny penis right here. So a big tiny penis. Big tiny penis. Big tiny penis. Huh. Interesting. Big tiny penis. So, big tiny penis. Big tiny penis. I think that can actually that can actually be a thing, you know? If there's a guy who is like a giant, if there's a guy who's like a giant, like a Titan-sized giant, and then he drops his pants, he shows his penis, and then the penis is tiny, would you call that a tiny penis or a big penis? No, seriously though, if there's a big ass freaking giant, and then the giant drop his pants, and then the penis is like very tiny compared to the giant, would you call that a big penis or a tiny penis? That's why I said it's a big tiny penis. Why am I asking these questions? Okay, let's move on. Why am I talking? Anyway, Pokemon. Okay, Pokemon, please save me from all of the penis discussions. Porygon did nothing wrong, and the Pokemon official account said this, and the tweet got deleted because of all the people coming in, Brianna Wu coming and say, "Hey, great to see the official Pokemon account making Holocaust jokes." Excuse me. Fucking Holocaust jokes. How is this a Holocaust joke? Because it can be Hitler did nothing. I think everybody said what X did nothing wrong. Didn't do nothing. And they didn't do nothing me. Can you explain? Hitler did nothing wrong as a popular gamer. That's not that. Why is that a gamer? Why is that attributed as a gamer joke? Everybody who disagrees with me is a gamer. The Pokemon Twitter account made a tweet saying Porygon did nothing wrong, which is a twist to the Holocaust joke. Hitler did nothing wrong. That is not. Brianna called him out on it, and people are whining because someone pointed out an anti-Semitic joke. I think that meme has already expanded to not just Hitler. I think you can apply that to literally any character. It's just a freaking four-word sentence. It just X did nothing wrong. Everybody can say X did nothing wrong. Yoshikage Kira did nothing wrong. Joker did nothing wrong. Everybody has said that. Anyway. Catherine did nothing wrong. You said it! You said it, Brianna. What the fuck? I'm getting brigaded by 4chan Reddit because I don't think the Pokemon account should be telling Holocaust jokes. Y'all, I'm gamer... Move on. Okay. Wait! I remember you. Fuck you, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Fuck you for not retiring under Obama. Fuck you for dying under Trump. Fuck you. I remember you. Aren't you the girl who said $5? $5 a month. $5 a month? And now you're making I go visit. Fucking. Yeah, you were that girl who made up $5 a month. And you got a bunch of freaking white knights coming in defending you. Jeez. And speaking of $5. Streamlabs, links down below. The $5, please. Anyway. Deception games like Among Us are super popular right now. Why are they everywhere? In an age where we no longer know who to trust, Among Us give a safe, fun space to play out our greatest fears. Succumbing to a fascist death cult. I was joking. When I make that, you know, the drawing thing, the Among Us is a video game. A video game about what? It's a video game about punishing. It's about a video game about manipulating people. Manipulating people and lying to people and backstabbing them. It's horrible. Absolutely. That was a joke. But an actual article is actually posted talking about this moral panic against Among Us. I mean, why is it that every single video game that got trending is always got a freaking moral panic? Well, it's for the clicks. It's for the views. It's for the clicks. The views. PewDiePie. I think it was PewDiePie who said it. For the views. I was joking. They're a lot of fun, but I wish so much that deception games explicitly included or encourage aftercare. Wow. I don't know what to say. I think you genuinely need help. If you play Among Us, and after all of that, after you got deceived, you genuinely need some mental therapy for role-playing as the imposter, and you got deceived by the imposter. Seriously though. Dear GamerGators, oh yeah, there was this too. Apparently, Anthony Birch, the guy who wrote the Borderlands games, and the guy who unfortunately got himself into quite a lot of cringe fests. I think the last time I talk about him is when Anita Sarkeesian made a fan fiction. Anita Sarkeesian made a fucking fan. Oh yeah, Anita Sarkeesian made a fan fiction. The fan fiction star him, Randy Pitchford, and I think it was Anita Sarkeesian as well as herself. I think. I forgot. But I do know that Anthony Birch was in there and Randy Pitchford is in there. And Anita self-inserts and talks about how Randy Pitchford and Anthony Birch are bad people, which, you know what, Anita? Of all the shitty points that you made in the past, those two are the points that I kind of agree with. But anyway, Anthony Birch apparently is working on the new God of War. Apparently. He said that he's working on the new God of War. Apparently. I don't know, but apparently he said that he's working on the new God of War. That's why a lot of people are like, no, why are you working on the new God of War? Do not touch my God of War. Said something along this line. And then, dear GamerGators who found out I'm working on God of War, sorry, I'm getting paid to perform your dream job. Well, I don't really care too much about God of War anyway. I mean, I played God of War. It's the Dad of Boy game. It's fine. It's fine. It's not as critically acclaimed as everybody says it is, but reminder, absolutely do not trust Anthony Birch. He's manipulative, a liar, an abuser, and leaves a path of destruction behind him wherever he goes. Huh. You know what, Anita? It's one of the points I agree with you that Randy Pitchford and Anthony Birch aren't exactly good people. He's not a feminist, don't buy it. Any public confession of his, any transparency is a ploy to earn trust that he can use as a cover to get away with whatever he wants. In other words, he lies. In other words, he lies so much. So, there's that. Yeah. Wait. Oh no! Is that it? Is that it for the stream today? How long have we been getting to this stream? 3 hours. Damn, 3 hours for the stream. That's actually not bad. That's really not bad for the stream. But anyway, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. This has been an absolutely amazing and entertaining stream. Lots of cringe takes, lots of bad takes, and lots of donations as well. Lots of donations. God bless you all. It has been an absolute pleasure going to stream. Come on, get the music playing. Jeez. Get the music playing. There we go. Get music fucking playing. Jesus Christ here. Anyway, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining in the stream. It has been an absolute blast. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for all the comments and everything like that, the hooplas, the Q&As, and everything like that. I will see you all on the next stream where we do the usual stuff. Do the same thing, but with more hooplas. Hopefully, if the next week is going to be entertaining and not boring. But I don't know, we'll see. This week has been populated by nothing but VTuber hoopla. Maybe the next week is going to be something more entertaining. Or cringy. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I'll see you on the next stream. Take care.